what is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him, and Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just, I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I was doing. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he thinks, oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit. Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the farm ball, get around with the arm with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It is Wrestling with Knuckleheads. We got Ray in the building. What's going on, Ray?
We in the building. We back, baby. It is Thursday. We got wrestling to talk about. A lot of wrestling to talk about.
Word.
But what's going on? Tyson in the building.
Word. Tyson in the building. He's over here trying to beat out Normal Guy for the first.
Yo, facts. Everyone is fighting for that number one spot.
Word.
Yo, what's going on, Sammy? Yo,
you related to Sammy Sosa?
well, there's a lot of Sammys.
There's
one in your horizon. March 30th, man. Gotta get ready. That's right. Sammy debut.
Yo, dude, when he sent me that message, I deadass thought it said, "Are you ready for our debut?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then he's like, "You got to promote the match." I said, "All right, what match we promoting?" And I look, I was like, "You ready for your debut?" I said, "Oh, my debut." I said, "Fuck it, I'm down. Let's do this, baby. Let's fucking
go.
do this."
That's it. March 30th. Sammy Chaos versus Toe. We gonna be in the building.
Yep. And then the match after that's gonna be Moth versus Ray.
No.
Yes.
Card subject to change. Again, we gotta finish your story first.
Nah. Your story happened before mine.
Nah. It's okay. Sometimes, again, like we were gonna get Rock versus Roman.
Look at this man.
But we had to push the better story. It's okay.
Look at this.
Your story is better.
This man is stuttering.
This
out
is-
here. No, but he was like, show. I don't know what that means.
Anything but mouth. But no, this is not 2K like we were talking about off the air. We do not have to finish the story. It's okay.
Yo, I got one question for you, Ray.
Facts. What's up?
Yeet or no yeet?
Always yeet.
Okay. I'm a no yeet.
You a no yeet?
I love Jay. You know,
Okay.
Jay is my pick to beat Roman.
Yes.
But I hate yeet. I hate the yeet.
You know what's funny? I think I'll kind of get annoyed of it was constantly yeet,
Yeah.
yeet. But because we don't see Jey Uso as often as anymore, unfortunately, it's not as bad when you hear Jay finally say yeet. But it's funny though, because I got the red hair on, I got this. You would think I would say no yeet.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna go yeet.
You a yeeting motherfucker.
I'm a yeeting motherfucker. But nah, let's talk about that though, because we were talking about 2K. It is officially only, I believe, 4 days away from the drop of if you get the digital or the WrestleMania edition.
Yep. If you
So
pre-order.
if you pre-order, you have to pre-order to get that bonus, which also comes with a bunch of other things. They just announced the DLC packs, which the first drops in May, featuring CM Punk, featuring the Dudleys.
Word.
It's a good looking pack. It's a good looking pack. I just told Toe I finally pre-ordered it today, getting the WrestleMania edition. So yes, I dropped Jesus $130, bro.
Yeah, man.
Remember when games were 20?
Yep. I
Like
remember
this-
the game was 65 and it was the whole game.
Yo,
You didn't download shit.
but what's going on, Nah? What's going on, sis?
There was no yeet with these games.
Nah, man, there was no yeet. Yeah, bro, the fact that it's now 130, and then it's like cool. So you bought everything with it. Like you think, okay, cool, everything's there. A few months later, hey, we are adding this now for an additional my ass.
Yeah.
I already gave you $130. I buy
Yeah.
game. You give me everything that comes with game.
I want game now.
That's it.
I want
Like-
full game. What you think? Is it AEW? There's no AEW here. I want full game.
Like, bro, the
I
fact,
pay full
yo,
price, you give me full game.
bro, like, but nah, I definitely am looking forward to 2K24. Like, I've been trying the hardest not to watch a lot of the content
Yeah.
because I don't want to get everything spoiled. But then 2K today releases the trailer for My Rise, which for those that aren't familiar with the series, My Rise has basically become their My Career mode.
Yep.
And it legit spoils the major start of the story. Because it shows you Roman helps you to win said championship that he relinquishes.
Yeah.
So it's like, because Roman allegedly in the story, this is how that story works. This is how you finished the My Rise story.
We're ruining it for everybody.
Well, no, this is only the first 5 minutes of the thing.
I know.
It's funny because it's like, yo, that kind of should be like a longer portion of it. But no, first 5 minutes. Roman relinquishes the Undisputed Championship and is going to Hollywood. So you, as your My Created character, are going to be part of a tournament to determine the new Undisputed Champion. Roman, spoiler alert, helps you win the championship at SummerSlam. And this is where the story begins. So, but that's for the male side. The female story, it looks like you start on the indies. And that kind of intrigues me, though.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how that's going to work. Because we've seen, they start on an indie, but it's, barely. It's like you have 2 matches and then you go on to, Raw or SmackDown. With this, it feels like you're going to be on the indies for a bit. So I like it.
I was telling my brother, because he told me about this shit. And I was telling him, I was like, yo, because he was saying that, William Regal had one more spot, and he's like, yo, I picked you to be the ringer and blah, 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 and all that other shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I think this will be a good time for you to pick what territory you're in, right? For you to go, I want to be a top star in Japan. I want to be Okada.
Yeah.
Or I want to be a Mexican star. I want to be from UK. I want to be from here. And be one of those guys that the indie fans love.
Yeah.
And then you come into WWE and you have to learn the WWE style.
I would love that. Because the thing is, it's not like it's hard to add in because they already do that. They make you go to Japan. They make you go to the UK. We've gone to Mexico. It's like, why not have that be part of it? Like, you get to choose where you start off, where you build your name, possibly go worldwide before even stepping foot in NXT.
Titus worldwide, baby.
Like, make it so it's an actual journey of an indie competitor. Because that would be great. Because again, that shows, hey, this is the mileage you have to go. And they have so many guys that's like, hey, along the way, you happen to wrestle at this show in, let's say, Iowa. Who do you have to face? Somehow Seth Rollins is at a show. Like stuff like that. Just where it's like little things that actually happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like that would be cool. But again, I'm looking forward to this story. The gameplay looks smooth. I saw one. I told Cap this week, I was like, I haven't seen glitches yet. I saw one today.
Oh shit.
Because someone posted the Dominic Mysterio entrance. And when Dom is coming out, the ropes were like the top rope was now in between the middle and top. Like it just went down for some reason. I'm like, man. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Nope, not
like,
particularly, no.
Like nah. But outside of that, the gameplay looks smooth. I haven't seen anyone complain about it yet. I'm looking forward to it. Again, March 5th, I will be fucking playing that game. What is March 5th? March 5th is a cool. So by the next the next episode of comics, if any of us are late, you know why.
Yeah. Superman is not here.
Superman is not here.
Yeah.
Lemon Place. But
I mean the 5th floor.
Yeah, what did I say yesterday? That's how pissed I was that I fucked it up. Yo, I was still at my fucking appointment and I fucked it up. I was like, I live on the 5th. I live on the 5th floor. It's like, wait, I thought it was 5th floor.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Like, bro, that's how I'll talk about it tomorrow on the Tone the Show because, bro, that shit pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, you was living on the 5th floor yesterday, but you thought it was the 5th floor.
I thought it was, man. I thought it was. But okay. So we're on now the fallout from the Elimination Chamber. And
yeah, that was on the 5th floor.
A lot of it, I think a majority of it we predicted correct, right? Was anything we predicted anything wrong?
I predicted everything wrong because I gave you what I wanted and not what was happening.
But
realistically, we got everything right.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like we predicted everything the way.
Yeah, no.
I will say this: the only thing,
if you couldn't tell what was gonna happen in the Elimination Chamber, congratulations, you're gonna go to 6th grade next year.
I think the only thing that I predicted technically wrong from that was saying that
he was on the 5th floor.
The LA Knight and there would be LA Knight and Logan Paul and Randy and AJ. And it looks like we're getting the vice versa. Yeah. We're now getting LA Knight and AJ in a feud. And we're getting Logan Paul and Randy Orton in a feud. Then I still think we're going to get Logan, Randy, and Kevin Owens in a feud. Because somehow Kevin Owens is not done with Logan Paul. After what he did to him this weekend, I don't think they're done. Because he beat the shit out of Logan Paul.
Yo, can I be honest with you?
What's up?
I fell asleep during that match. You know what put me to sleep?
What?
The fucking the Ready Player One effect.
The promo?
Yeah.
Bro.
I woke up and it was Rhea Ripley in time. I was like, yeah.
Got you.
This is
why was that promo or that segment 22 minutes? Someone timed it. The segment was 22 minutes.
Because God for fucking bitch.
Like, it wasn't a match. It led to a match on Monday. But it's like, why is this 22 minutes? To set up, again, it sets up a tag match, in my opinion. This doesn't set up a match.
Yeah.
It doesn't set up the singles match. It doesn't set up the Cody Rock or whatever. It sets up, or Cody Roman, I should say. It sets up the tag match. Because Cody calls out The Rock, but it's like, you're facing Roman. Why? Forget The Rock.
Pick a person.
Like, who are you wrestling at WrestleMania?
Yeah, like you're legitimately confused.
Like,
Pick a person.
it's like,
You came in and said, I'm not gonna fight you, Roman. He is. And then said, fuck it, I'ma fight you. And then said, fuck it, I wanna fight him. And then said, fuck it, I don't wanna fight neither one of you. And then said, fuck it, I'm gonna fight this nigga over here. And it's like, yo, bro.
who are you fighting?
One person.
At this point, he's about to say, fuck it, pull him out of the, well, God rest his soul. Pull him out of the grave. I want to fight High Chief Peter Maivia.
Word.
At this point,
Word.
like,
Bro, get your mom in here.
yo, like, everyone, he's like, I'm not fighting this. I'm not going to fight you. He is.
Yeah.
Hey, about that, you don't get to say you're going to fight him. I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Okay, cool. Whatever. Oh, but your family would be disappointed. Bitch. And then here we go. Now,
It's like,
where is this going?
yeah, I'm over here like, yo, bro. Y'all excited for WrestleMania. I don't know if you open up your eyes. Like, if your eyes are open, like if your antennas was out, the hype for WrestleMania is more exciting than the build for this match. Because I'm over here, I'm gonna say, yo, not for nothing.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. They fucking up to the point of no return. Because I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't never been the type of person that allows people to tell me who to cheer for.
Yeah.
But the fan base for the WWE begs for someone to cheer for. And now, lame ass Drew, as my guy, Kenny from the Call Up podcast, who will be streaming in a few hours, says, lame ass Drew, people are going, I actually like this version of Drew. There's nothing different. Except for the fact he started bitching.
I kind of like the gimmick, though. Again, I get it. It doesn't.
What's that? You need to apologize to me.
But I get it. It adds something. It adds the egotistical side to him that it's like.
Adds nothing.
To me,
It
it
adds
does.
boredom. It adds questions. Why is he here? And how do we
Because
get off?
he didn't
Like,
get his moment.
Fuck his moment. Yo, me and Lay were sitting here talking. Me and Lay were sitting here talking after the Tuesday show.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to watch.
Facts. Go check it out.
And we was dead ass going, where is Bailey's complaining? Because Bailey was the one who kept the ship together during COVID. It was Bailey and Sasha running the women's division. And when Roman, it was Bailey and Sasha and The Fiend running COVID. When Roman decided to turn and become the bloodline head of the table,
The tribal chief. Yeah.
the tribal chief, that's when he took over the reins.
Yeah.
It is not our fault that Drew McIntyre couldn't even get an empty arena to cheer for him. He couldn't even get an empty arena to like his ass. There was no one there, and they still didn't like you.
But that's the thing. He was over. Social media let us know he was over. The problem is that it works, though. It works for a story of what do I do? Like now, there was no reaction. There wasn't a moment. There wasn't the spectacle that is a WrestleMania win. You know, he had to celebrate with computer screens. So it's like it makes sense to be able to do this. It's the Bret Hart gimmick. It's like it's the you give me that attention now. Let me
break some hearts for people who like stories.
Okay.
It's story time with Toe Tag. let's get some applause in here for this story time.
I thought it should be snapping because it's story
right.
time.
You know what? Fuck it.
Oh.
12 seconds long, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for this one.
Why the fuck is it 12 seconds long?
I don't fucking know. But we need some background music while we talk about the story time. All right, story time. No, let's go video game music. There you go. Right here. This is for you. This is for you in the crowd. Put your panties on the stage. Drew McIntyre beats Brock Lesnar. WrestleMania. Can we all agree on this? Right? No one's in the crowd. No one's there to cheer this man. No one is there to celebrate in the glory of Drew McIntyre. He loses the title at SummerSlam. Randy Orton, also in an empty arena, wins the title back in an empty arena. Over there, come on with the Rock. And then we get Bobby Lashley. My man, Bobby Lashley, the almighty one, the man to get Leo Rush to stop retiring for just a moment. In the first match of the return of the fans at the next WrestleMania. And you would have thought my man had a 12-inch cock in his mouth because he choked like a motherfucker and lost. He lost in his opportunity to win the championship at some form of main event at WrestleMania. I'm going to take a line from The Rock. You don't get to try again. You had your shot. You don't get to bitch that you lost. You don't get to bitch that you say you ain't get a shot when you lost your shot. That's like me having a chicken bed and can't get hard. And then tell her, you never gave me a shot, baby. No, you was there. You fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? You fucked that up. I remember this because it happened. The magical pixie dust of the WWE storytellers like to leave shit like that out. They like to leave shit like that out. Because now Drew McIntyre's over. So now we get to be, he's mad because they cost him the title with the bloodline. And he never got a shot. Bro, you had shot after shot after shot after shot. You got so many shots, people hated you.
Max.
Him and Bobby Lashley went on so long, people hated you. That's how come the fans turned their back on you. Because you fucking lost 5 times in a row. Get out my face. Where is Sheamus? Let Sheamus get a fucking shot. Where is he? We need that white pasty ass back over here. Can I get a white pasty ass in the chat for Sheamus, goddammit?
Yo, where is Sheamus? Like, he just posted today. He posted about the clip from when they both lost. And I'm like, are we getting closer?
Now over here, my version is, you said worse shit in the chat about Ray.
Yo, facts. Facts. Especially on Mondays. Shit.
Word. Yo, for real, Tyson. So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Where can I find? Hold on.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's right. I don't understand this shit. This is where me and Lay stand firmly on both feet. We standing on business about how you people love mediocrity. You don't watch wrestling. You listen to wrestling because they tell you Now cheer for Drew McIntyre. Okay, yeah, Drew McIntyre, yeah. This is WrestleMania, bro.
So do we not think it's going to be a good match?
Montez Ford in there. No, it's not going to be a good match.
You don't think it's going to be a good match?
Rollins
Him and
is
Raw
in it, and Drew McIntyre's in it. What makes you think this is going to be a good match?
I think it's going to be a good match.
The immovable force versus the fucking the irresistible force versus the immovable object. It's not going to be a good match.
I think it's going to be all right.
It's not going to be a good match.
I think we will see.
You're going to have one person come in. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
No, it's all good.
One person come in with a broken back, a broken knee, a broken elbow, a broken neck, a broken fucking femur bone, a concussion, and grade 4 cancer versus a fucking man that's pissed off because he can't win a fucking match. And he's still going to lose.
I think Seth's losing the title here. If this is going anywhere, Drew has to win here. There's no way.
Yeah.
Drew's walking out without
Cody
the title.
Rhodes needs to win last year, too. But that didn't happen. Let's remember the story here.
Okay.
I love
It needed
Cody Rhodes
another
that way.
year.
I
It
love
needed
Cody
another-
Rhodes that did the, if I don't win the title, I'm never getting another shot. And you didn't win. You shouldn't be getting 4 more shots after that.
Well, no, that was
Do us a
AEW.
favor.
That was
I don't give a shit.
that was the AEW story.
Honor your fucking code, Cody.
That was
Jericho did us a
AEW.
favor.
We just the minute he loses over there, that's it. He can't get a title shot ever.
Ever. Again, Jericho did us a fucking favor. And now people forgetting that part of the story.
But that's not part of the story.
That's part of the fucking story.
So anything that happened at AEW is canon here.
Yes.
No,
Cannon.
no.
Jade beat him.
Oh, fuck.
But
But
go ahead.
so again, now we're going to that. We're going into. We're getting Seth and Drew. Okay. That's gonna be Toes. That's gonna be his bathroom break. Meanwhile, I think that's probably main eventing night 1. So Toes just ending WrestleMania early. Like no matter what happens.
Yeah, the women should be main eventing.
I-
The women should be.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Which title match? Io and Bailey. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Is it Io and Bailey? Yeah, Io and Bailey or
Yeah.
Rhea and Becky.
Io and Bailey. Yeah. Bailey deserves the main event.
Yeah, that I would. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't get. Yo, I know if Gigi was here, she would say that Rhea and Becky is the bigger match and the bigger stars and blah blah blah. But Bailey and Io deserve the main event.
I will say this, and I know it's like a broken record, but there's more of a story to Io and Bailey than there is Rhea and Becky.
Yeah.
Like it might be box office wise, yes. Rhea and Becky could possibly be the bigger match. But when you're looking at the full circle of Io and Bailey came back together, they had this whole moment to now main event or WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And Bailey have that Mania moment of winning the women's championship at WrestleMania. Oh, that would be
Yeah. And
that'd be perfect.
the only reason why Becky versus Rhea is bigger is because they're on Raw.
yeah.
If Damage Control was still on Raw, that would be the biggest main event in the longest time.
Yeah. And it would again have everything because it has the built-in story already. It has the Rumble moment, which that's the thing too. Bailey won the Rumble, so technically, main event match should happen.
Her name is not Alberto Del Rio.
So she should be getting that main event. And
Yeah.
also, again, when it comes to that, both are going to be great matches. Though let's not take it away from the women as much as this card is going to be unfortunately dominated by the men. Both women's matches are going to be fucking fire.
Yo, this fixins for another woman's match. It's not
Who?
for the tag team titles, but I'm thinking there's gonna be something where it's gonna be Raquel, Nia, Liv Morgan, and like those three are storming around Rhea. Like unless they change Rhea and Becky to Rhea, Becky, and Nia, or like Liv or something. There's something brewing. I see another women's match popping up either on the kickoff show, a battle royal, or you know how
I hope they do
WrestleMania
another
is only
match.
2 nights, so we can't have that many matches. So there might be a SmackDown match, which doesn't count. It doesn't count. A SmackDown anything
That
doesn't
that
count.
is unheard of, bro. You want to add? You want to add a SmackDown man?
Yeah. Because God forbid we take out one of the stupid ass segments that a celebrity's gonna do or some shit. Like, yo, we don't need Shane McMahon to come back and tear his quad again. We saw that.
No.
That's fine. We don't need the host to say anything other than the world record for this arena now has been broken with 52,754 people.
Thank you. Next.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
bro.
yes.
The fact that, again, I don't know if it's just me. I used to be a fan of the pre-show having the battle royal. Remember when the pre-show had the battle royal?
Yeah.
Like, it used to be the interpromotional. Like, if you bought the DVD, that would be part of like the bonus features.
Yep.
Why is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal not on the pre-show,
You know
or at
why?
least on the show?
You know
Like, if
why?
you don't want to put it on the main show, there is a 2-hour pre-show both days.
Yeah.
We don't need 4 hours of Sam Roberts
At
and
all. We don't need Sam Roberts at all, but again.
I like Sam Roberts, but still, we don't need 4 hours of
Yeah,
him
I'm
and a
looking
mixed panel. We don't need a mixed panel just both
Yeah.
days telling us what we already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they
talking
know by now, everyone has talked about this. We're ready. Give us an hour of that and then give us wrestling.
Yes.
We don't need 4 hours of them talking. The videos we've already seen for the last few weeks, that's it. Just give us match. Boom. Just give us a battle royal. Both days you could do it. Have an hour of them talking about what's happening tonight, and then boom. Andre the Giant Memorial one night. Is it the Mae Young one that they do now?
It was supposed to be, but it's not anymore because Mae Young was a whore. No, not Moolah.
It was the
Fabulous
Moolah, then they
was-
switched
yeah,
it to
she
Mae
was
Young.
a-
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You could do
it's
the
turned
Mae
up.
Young, or even if they want to modernize it a little more, the China Memorial Battle Royal. Just something. You can do a women's version. Like, there's so many things you can do now where, again, you use your talent. The fact that they have so much.
Yeah. I
We
give
don't
you
get
money, you give me wrestling.
Facts. Especially, it's 2 days long.
Yeah.
Now it's no excuse to be like, hey, we can't put everyone on WrestleMania. You possibly can.
Yeah.
Give us people.
And you know what the crazy shit is, though? Ever since the inauguration of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which was made to honor Andre the Giant,
Yep.
it has meant jack shit. It has meant jack shit. And it's almost an insult. Now it is an insult to watch it because it's on SmackDown.
Legit, it's been on SmackDown the last 3 years. It's like,
Yeah.
why? What's
What this is what I need. I need that battle royal
yeah?
to mean something. I need that battle royal to constitute on Monday. You can call out any champion you want. Only Monday. Only the Monday night after WrestleMania can you challenge any champion for their title. You win that battle royal. Because now it makes us go, there's something going on Monday. There's a possibility. Now we finally get to see Chad Gable versus Roman Reigns. And there don't need to be a reason for it. He won the battle royal.
Yeah.
The women can go and challenge someone. This is where you benefit from a mid-card, an Intercontinental title for the women. You know what I'm saying? This is where you benefit from it. But nope. And the best part, you put NXT people in there. Carmelo Hayes can challenge for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, you'd give a nice showcase. You give a nice mix.
It doesn't have to be.
Because let's Braun Breaker's winning it this year. He has to.
He's another one that means jack shit, but they want to push him.
They're gonna push him like crazy, bro. They're gonna push him like crazy. I think if anyone's winning that trophy this year, it's Braun. But make it mean something.
Yeah. The one thing I will give to Braun.
Yeah.
He has timing.
Mm-hmm.
He has listen, like I said, I've never done wrestling before, but I've done something almost similar to, I've watched wrestling. I have 2 eyes, 20/20 vision, 35 fucking years. I can tell when someone's smooth in there. Braun Breaker's he's got timing. If he got nothing else, he has timing.
He's got timing, and again, he has something that we don't, and that is having his father and uncle both be seasoned, tenured vets of the game.
Yeah.
He has that, and then he's learning from the WWE system, which are giving him everything he needs to succeed.
He's unshakable. Because 5 matches in, he's the NXT champion. He wasn't shaken. Like, you know how you'll see some nerves in people? Nah, he turned it up. And that's because his father and his uncle are fucking professional wrestlers. He lived the life. I'm pretty sure his life was a bunch of, nigga, there's no excuse. You winning this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, it's okay if you fail. No. You're the big bad booty daddy's fucking nephew. Kick his ass.
Yeah.
Because I don't see the Steiner brothers being soft on him.
Hell no. Like, he played fucking football. You know he has that discipline in him.
Yeah.
Like, he was there. He's ready to fucking steamroll whatever the fuck he had to steamroll through. And you see it in that ring. You see that agility. You see that just, there's a smoothness to him. So smooth that he almost fucking killed himself.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw the clip, but he fucking,
yeah.
The ropes are not fast enough to keep up with him.
The ropes is like, slow down, fella. The ropes for the Andre the Giant. Slow down.
But nah, he's gonna be big. There's little things there and there, but that's anyone that's still young in their career. But he's gonna be big. He is gonna be big, and you can see it. That promise is there. So that win being on a Mania card though would be big for him. But if they do it they do it on a SmackDown Go Home show, I don't feel like it does much. Because especially
no one's watching
now that SmackDown Go Home show is the same night as the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no one
really watches that SmackDown anymore. They're worried about the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Which also, we are less than a month away from Mania.
And no one has been announced for the Hall of Fame.
Who the fuck is going in this year? They're in Philly. Why is this not the going into the Hall of Fame this year? Fucking, there's a lot of ECW people.
No, word.
Like Rhino could be going in. Guys like that, like people that again establish something. Like I'm trying to think who would have that mark WWE wise too. Because that's the thing. I'm thinking ECW, like, yo, Rhino could go in there. Taz could go in there. Guys like that. But I know they're going to be like, oh, but what did he do WWE-wise?
Bam Bam Bigelow. Still not in the fucking Hall of Fame.
That is insane. When you think about, especially now that everyone is so keen on, celebrities going into wrestling. Bam Bam Bigelow was part of that very first time we really had that. Like, come on. Like,
Bam Bam Bigelow has to be one of the most underappreciated talents in the wrestling industry for what he did.
Bro.
And his athleticism. My man fought Lawrence Taylor, and Lawrence Taylor was blown up the night before.
But they made it work. Like, Bam made that match.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse than it was. And it was a decent match for what it was. It was a decent match. And Bam Bam made him look legit. Yeah. And Bam Bam, that ability for a big man, He can move. He can do the bro. When it comes to what he did in the WWF, when it comes to what he did in ECW, like man, as much as we talk about the bro, as much as we talk about the Shane Douglas was the guy, the triple threat. Yeah. Bam Bam was the guy you were watching though, because Shane, remember, unfortunately, a lot of the time Shane Douglas was injured.
Yeah.
So the worker of the group outside of Chris Candido, may he rest his soul, was Bam Bam. Like Bam Bam had that, bro. The fucking spot with Taz, like yo,
going through the fucking the
stage, like yo. Oh man, but yeah, Bam Bam definitely deserved it. If anyone is going this year for fucking the Philly WWE Hall of Fame, it has to be Bam Bam.
Word.
Like Bam Bam definitely deserves it. Like there's no way not to put Bam in. I'm trying to think who else could possibly go in this year. Like,
I mean, Sabu.
I could see. Sabu, I could see. But I'm trying to think like now. Let's just in terms of like WWE, WWF. Yeah. Like there's so many guys that I feel like just. It's weird as we go through it now. Now it's just weird because now it's like.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
What was William Rotunda? The Wyndham Rotunda?
Wyndham Rotunda. Yeah.
Wyndham Rotunda?
That
needs to be in.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised they didn't do last year. And especially with the Warrior Award, how they do that. I definitely could see that Bray going in this year. That's that needs to happen. Yeah. That needs to happen this year. If any, again, and that's two right there, two great names, especially for what they did for the business, what they've done, just even after passing on, just what they've left, the imprint they've left on the business. No one will argue those guys deserve to be in there.
Yeah,
without a doubt. So, but again, we'll hopefully, as time gets closer, again, we're a little over a month, because technically it would be a month and 5 days. So yeah. A little over that.
Said Lex Luger.
You know what's crazy? Because of them adding him into 2K, I could see it.
What up, Gigi?
And what's going on, Gigi?
You know what the crazy shit is? I agree with Show.
Who Show say?
He killed Miss Elizabeth. I don't have any feeling like, yo, listen. It's not like I knew Miss Elizabeth personally and shit, but it's just one of those things. It's like
did he though? Because again, did he? Like that's the thing. It's like as much as that's the story, the folktale that they've said, they've also said Kevin Sullivan killed, and we know this. It's all good, Gigi. Like it's, I don't know. I feel like, especially again with everything Lex did for the business, it kind of would be a travesty not to put him in. Like, and now finally I guess they struck a Legends deal because now he's in the video game. Usually that's what takes the longest. Well, that's another thing. Ken Shamrock, because he's finally going in the game. Possibly Ken Shamrock going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Diamond Dallas Page. If he's
not in the Hall of Fame.
No, he introduced someone into the Hall.
Oh, yeah, he introduced Jake. DDP definitely should be in the Hall of Fame.
If he doesn't go into the Hall of Fame as a wrestler, he needs to win the Warrior Award for the shit that he did with Scott Hall, Jake the Snake Roberts, all the stuff that he's doing with these people, changing their lives.
Yeah.
Buff Bagwell, like outside of wrestling, he became almost a savior to a lot of people.
He has, man. Did you see they recently just showed what he did with Butterbean?
Yes.
And like, bro, he is doing miracles. He's doing a lot of great things, and he deserves that. Again, even I would hope it would be for just, especially on the tenure of what he's done for the business.
Yeah.
But if it's for that as well, that works too. Because again, they're still proving he deserves to be acknowledged in there. I would not be surprised, because they always like to add someone for the celebrity wing. I'm not surprised if they add Stallone this year to the Hall of Fame. Because it's in Philly.
Yeah, yo, why not?
I was trying to think, though. Has Sylvester Stallone been a part of a segment at all in WWE?
Rocky 3 is enough.
Touche.
Rocky 3 was the thing that brought Hogan got fired to do that movie. And then,
Really?
Yeah, Vince McMahon Sr. said, no, you can't do Rocky. He goes, fuck out of here. I'm going to do it. He goes, then you're fired. They fired
I
Hogan.
did not know that.
They fired Hogan. He did the movie, and then that shit became so popular. They got him back.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Bro, that being your guy, especially at that time, because we're looking at the time frame of that, and you're like, nah, you can't do that. Like, wait, what? Knowing, especially at that time, how big how big fucking Rocky was.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Bro, why am I thinking a lot of these people are in the Hall of Fame? Like that's sad. Like a lot of people that should be like shoo-ins of being in there already. How is Cyndi Lauper not in the Hall of Fame? Like that's insane.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy. Yeah, Cindy should definitely be. Cindy would be perfect. Especially again, there's a lot to see there. Like we've seen all the fucking connections and collaborations they did with Cyndi Lauper. She definitely is a shoo-in. But yeah.
Lance Storm.
Oh,
for
man.
ECW, like yo,
Lance would be great just because the only thing is I think unfortunately maybe his comments keep him away for a little bit longer. Because Lance Storm has definitely let a lot of like WWE ideas like he said some shit now. Which again, I don't blame him for because Lance is he's a great mind for the business.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as we've seen, if you say certain things, you're not liked as much anymore. So, yeah, but Lance Storm definitely. Fuck, Jerry Lynn should be in there. Another great mind for the business, especially just great worker. Dean Malenko. See, that would be a little harder just because of the AEW stuff, but.
Yo, to be honest, listen.
Yeah.
We said it before the show. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah.
AEW is the most expensive fucking indie show you can watch. That shit doesn't fucking count. I'm gonna argue Dustin Rhodes should be in the fucking Hall of Fame also, and I don't give a shit if he's with AEW.
No, Dustin definitely deserves his time. Dustin is again done so much already. Done. He's shooing, but I think would be a lot easier, just because I don't see them being like, oh, we're not gonna put you in. You know.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like they offered the Hardys to go into the Hall of Fame. Like
so there's another one.
Yeah.
This is my personal preference. Like I said, I do not have any issue with Jeff.
Yeah.
I have an issue with the fact he has wasted his opportunity. Because like I do. You probably know better than me. There are people willing to kill themselves to get to where Jeff was.
Oh hell yeah.
And
time again being there, at the peak, being at that point of like you legit, they're trusting you. And okay, you fucked up. You built that trust again.
And he ruined it.
And I will say this, because there's been both opportunities of just shit out of luck too. Because like the when he was TNA Tag Team Champion, this wasn't even drugs at this point. This was fuck, his luck is just that shitty that fucking something he's done a million times. BMX bike.
Yeah.
Fucking comes crashing down, breaks something in his leg. I can't remember what it was. And they have to relinquish the tag titles. And it's like, bro, it's been that it's like, we want to give you the ball again, but it just doesn't work. And it sucks because it's like Jeff Hardy he's still one of my fucking favorites. And it sucks to see just how many times that it's like, oh, we're getting a good run, and then it squanders. But they're still going to be, they're Hall of Fame worthy.
I mean,
like as much as all that unfortunately diminish, like it doesn't diminish, but it puts the cloud over it. There's still nothing that you can question that the Hardys are Hall of Fame worthy.
The Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian made tag team wrestling important.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you've already added both 2/3 of that are in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah, and without the Usos and the New Day, it wouldn't have been important ever again. The Usos and the New Day made tag team wrestling important again, but now it's squandered again. We have a lot of hills and valleys, peaks and valleys in the tag team division. But the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian made the tag team division just as important as every other division. I'll give them that. I mean, listen, like I don't look with my eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? I can reckon, but it's just that, man. It's like
Yeah. No, again, and that is unfortunately it's what a lot of people look at. That it's like they were great, but this kind of it takes down a peak or two. And again, granted, a lot of people look at them that way. That it's like Jeff is the greatest story of. He was there. He had the talent. He had the look. Had everything. And then
he won the crowd.
This happens.
He won his freedom. Yo, Jeff Hardy can do no wrong. He's one of those people that no matter what he does, he steps in that ring, people are going to cheer him. Bar his Chris Benoit incident, people are going to cheer him. Do you think WWE inducts New Jack and the Gangsters in the Hall of Fame? No. Just for the simple fact New Jack almost killed the kid.
This sucks because New Jack revolutionized that style and did a lot of great things for ECW. The problem is, and they even said it, there was a reason why they never brought New Jack into the WWE. For their branding, they wouldn't be able to show much of New Jack. Paul Heyman said it best. When they did the tribute for New Jack, they didn't show anything. And Paul said it's one of those where it sucks because it's like he did so much. When you talk to modern day indie workers and you talk to guys that do deathmatch and you talk to guys that do that more hardcore style.
Yeah.
A lot of them were, they grew up on New Jack and they looked at New Jack and what he did. And again, yes, New Jack had the fucking freight train incident, the mass transit incident, that it's understandable. That happened. It is what it is. Wrestling at that time, crazier shit happened.
Yeah.
But the fact that unfortunately that definitely it's for the Hall of Fame for WWE. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see the day of New Jack going in.
Wrestling Hall of Fame, he can go in.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised if fucking, because I know GCW does theirs now. They do the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame. This year, the Briscoes are going in finally.
Nice.
And they're putting in Trent Acid, who also passed away a few years ago. And I would not be surprised if they add New Jack to that eventually.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, even I think in the Alley Cup, because that is that's another Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame that I think is even at this point they look at that as almost bigger than the WWE Hall of Fame, because that's just wrestling in general.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if New Jack goes into that. Like,
yeah, because that's more. It's more acceptable for him to go in that than WWE. Because remember, you got to remember, WWE, whether you like it or not, is a child show. You know
not even just
like,
that. It's because unfortunately WWE is more business. That's the issue. Because they're a business, they're very close on what do they allow, what do they say, and what do they brand or what they associate with their brand.
Yeah, that's why the minute someone fucks up, they're off.
Yeah.
Hogan was pulled out of the Hall of Fame and all that other shit. Brock Lesnar's pulled out of the game. The minute someone fucks up, they're out until the coast is clear, then they're back.
Yeah.
Yo,
but at least again, as long as it's something that doesn't tarnish the company.
Yeah.
Like with Brock, that's it. Like Brock is associated with that whole issue.
Yeah.
Brock is gone. Vince, this showed you how quick they're trying to save the image of WWE, that they publicly put out that statement to let sponsors know Vince is no longer in charge, has not been in charge, and won't be in charge. Like, fuera, basically.
Because one, TKO is still a brand new company.
Yep.
With the merger of UFC and the WWE.
Yep.
And two, there's too much money to lose right now.
Facts.
Than there ever was.
There's so much more now, a lot more at stake. And what's going on, Matt?
What's going on, Matt?
There's so much to lose right now because you have to look at this again. It's one thing when it was just the WWE stock. This is now two major power companies merging into this one endeavor. And you now have to look at it as there's more sponsors, more eyes, more everything. So again, you're playing this the way where none of this can tarnish either brand.
Yeah. You talking about the Rumble. Slim Jim pulled out of the Rumble. And then,
No, but yeah, they were fully back. At Chamber, it was all like, they're good to go.
Yeah.
Like at Rumble, it was night of that they finally came back. That they were like, yeah, you could run the ad, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Not Tyson. Leon was like, throw some women in there. He said Gail Kim and Alicia Fox. I think Gail Kim, as a wrestler, and the shit she's the only person that was TNA champion, Divas champion, and some other shit. I think Gail Kim could definitely go in the Hall of Fame.
I think Gail Kim and WWE would have to have a sit down before that could happen.
Yo, you got
'Cause she is
this Triple H,
Gail-
bro. That motherfucker makes bridges.
No. That's the thing. He would have to be able to build that bridge back because Gail Kim has wanted nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Because if you've heard like Gail Kim, like she had horror stories about WWE. Like as much as she did amazing in TNA, the treatment she got in WWE, it sucks because it's like, imagine if they would have given her the opportunities like TNA did. Shit, bro. Like
Word.
we could have seen Gail Kim in a spot like Jordan Grace or Mickey.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ruined that fucking bridge.
What? I forgot what was that history teacher's name? Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't even go to high. You can ask Matt. I'll take 2-3 weeks off and then come back.
I was gonna say, I thought you were asking me what was the name. I was like, bro, I wasn't there.
Do you guys think now they get inducted? Nydia? Jamie Noble's ex? Miss Soda. Oh yeah, I remember Miss. Yo, you know what's funny? Miss Soda was my homeroom teacher in my first year of high school.
Oh shit.
And that was the one who told me that there was 1,600 students and 87 of them graduated. And I said, yeah, I picked the wrong school. I remember Miss Soto, man. Trust me. You didn't have to tell me it was the hot one. I know.
I love how just to make sure you know, like, yo, the hot one, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
I know. This is why,
Oh,
dude,
man.
y'all kids have no idea how lucky y'all to be going to school nowadays where teachers be fucking the students. Nigga, she would have not got arrested at all if she'd have fucked me. I'll tell you that shit right now. I'd be like, no, officer. I don't even know what's her name. Miss who? Miss Sada? No, I don't know. You got pictures of you. Wasn't me.
She caught me on camera.
It wasn't me.
Yo.
It wasn't me.
Nydia.
Nice.
I don't
think
see
she would
it.
remember me.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't see Nydia going into the Hall of Fame just because Maven possibly has a better chance. And I don't think Maven's ever going to go in because he unfortunately is exposing a lot of the secrets. Like, it's making his YouTube channel amazing.
Yeah.
I still would love to have a conversation with Maven. I don't know if WWE is going to be too fond of him exposing all these secrets the way he is.
I mean, shit. They expose the shit themselves.
Oh, they definitely do, but the way he's doing it, like to a T of like exposing steroid use and all that, like
that's the thing now. See, Stevie Richards is exposing.
I don't think they're a fan of Stevie Richards anymore.
Yeah, like like how things are supposed to be done and how people fucked up and how they make it safe. Like he's exposing that shit too. But
Yeah.
that's how people get over. Yo, people don't care about this, the magic trick.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see behind the curtain.
That sucks though, because that
Yeah.
should still be a thing.
For me-
Kayfabe should still
Yeah.
fucking be a thing.
For me, I don't care what happens behind the curtain. I want to see the magic trick.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a magician, so I want to see the magic trick. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like. Yo, listen, Matt. Me and him went to high school together. We boys. He had an awesome match with Jay Bougie. I don't care if he was backstage having popcorn with Jay Bougie watching a fucking Avatar 2 before the match. I don't care. I care about the match they put on in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Just to clarify, it was Avatar 1.
Okay, there you go.
I was there. I was backstage.
Yeah, he was there. Were you there, Ray?
I was trying to run away from not getting my ass kicked. I still got my ass kicked. Remember, I was doing that video. I asked Jorge Santi. He left me. Man. Man, I tried, man. I tried. I asked everybody. So now every indie promotion. What was it?
Now they're zipping their balls. There was no doubt about Vince and any other top guys double dipping to any. Wait, are you talking about promoters fucking the talent? His avatar was great. Is that what you talking about now? Like the promoters now are trying not to fuck the talent because of Vince? You fucked it up for everybody. Just because he wanted to cheat on somebody. Now it's fucked up for everybody.
That's a sad fact. I don't think they're ever gonna stop trying to. I just think now unfortunately a lot of promoters I should say this. A lot more carny promoters are gonna be a little more mindful. Because if the guy that was untouchable or it seemed untouchable could get canceled, imagine your local fucking bumblefuck Texas promoter or fucking bumblefuck, I shouldn't say Texas because Texas has a lot of great promotions.
Yeah.
Like bumblefuck Louisiana promoter.
Yeah, where's bumblefuck nigga?
Like just say that, yeah. Like guy like that, just do this and I'll make you my champion, you know?
Yeah, but listen. And this is a toe in the show with Ray show topic. But the one thing that men have that we have no control over is our hormones. If you look good, there's a possibility that the thought of fucking you went through our mind and through our dick. So, I mean, it's not right to use that power. And don't get me wrong, some girls also persuade niggas to get what they want. It's not unheard of for a girl to use a leader, you know what I'm saying? It goes both ways, but I'm just saying, it realistically, even points.
Oh my god.
What the hell just happened? You gotta be there, Anthony. You gotta be there.
Oh shit. But yeah. Yeah. So now where do we go with this? Cause
What?
Where did Ray and Toes go? What Houdini actors?
Oh, Houdini. Okay.
Oh.
Listen, no, yeah, because this is but
wait, can they see us?
Oh shit.
Because the fact that they said what
No, yeah, they can see us. I think
No.
she's trying to say. Wait, she can't see us?
Yeah, we're off. They can't see us.
I'm watching.
They can't see us on YouTube.
No, I'm watching YouTube right now.
Just hold on. Let's do one of these. Just to make sure. Fucking. Can you guys see us now? Are we there?
I'm watching YouTube right now. This is us live.
Apparently they couldn't see us.
Look.
Can you guys see us?
Look.
Okay.
You see me?
So now we're getting the we're on. Okay, cool. We're back.
Wait. Y'all couldn't see us?
Apparently for a second they couldn't see us because Nye just sent me a picture of like.
Oh no!
our
It goes,
screens were
you're
blank.
on now. I can see you. You're okay now. Wait, now you couldn't see us before?
There was like a second they couldn't see us.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's what happens when we start talking about the fourth wall.
Word.
They were trying to shut us. They were trying to shut us down,
me,
man.
Austin.
They
No,
didn't
but
wanna see
yeah.
us.
So we was talking about the Hall of Fame. The Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
I'm did I mention it on there? Did I mention it while we were talking? I fell asleep during the men's shit. So for a good 30, 40 seconds, both of your screens completely went black. Oh, really?
Well then. Yo, hello, Gigi had it correct. It's like we still kind of knew what you were saying, so it's all good.
Really? Oh shit! Yeah. Did you hear us though?
I would hope they could hear us at least.
Nah. I'm playing back the thing.
They couldn't hear us either. Do 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 do.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You couldn't hear us.
Oh shit. My bad, guys.
Damn. So I said some reckless shit. Damn,
Hey.
bro. I forgot what the fuck I said too. Lucky for us.
Lucky for us, I guess.
I was saying some reckless shit. Let me see if we got a copyright code or some shit in YouTube. I don't know.
Imagine is that
Yeah,
what
right?
fucking happened?
Nah, we ain't getting no warnings.
Okay, I guess we're good.
Yo, it's just the website. The website probably
it's probably still
glitches. Yeah,
erroring
this
out.
is new shit.
It's all good. We're getting there, guys. We're learning. We're
Wow.
trying. But
Really,
okay.
Loki? He said just came out of Doom Part 2. It was awesome. Can't wait for
Okay. I never saw part 1, honestly.
Part 1 was fucking torture.
I did not see part 1. I was a fan of the original,
Word.
but I never saw part 1. I know it's on HBO Max, so I guess I'll wait for 2 to come out on Max, and then I'll just do a double feature.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not for nothing, Rhea Ripley was showing some ass at it. Yo, she was.
Yeah, yo, it was cool seeing her. Yo, did you see how her sister legit just looks like younger her?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, her sister was in the front row with her parents, and it legit just looks like her with blonde hair again.
Oh, shit.
I was like,
Wow.
oh,
The
okay.
genes are strong with this one.
Apparently, like it legit just looked like young Rhea. I was like, oh, just a little shorter though. I was like, oh,
Mm.
well then.
Oh.
Let's see. Ray looking at the ECW roster during the height of that company in the 90s. What wrestlers? Well, we mentioned a few. We mentioned a lot of people that could possibly go in. Again, Sabu could go in there. Jerry Lynn could go in there. Again, Lance Storm possibly, but then
Heyman still has not been inducted in the Hall of Fame. I know
Paul Heyman will not go in, I think, till he retires.
Yeah.
The year Paul Heyman finally retires, then I could see him go in.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn, Bam. The biggest one they would have to put in is Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam Bigelow deserves to go in there before anyone else.
Is Sid Vicious in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so. Shit, put in Mikey Whipwreck. Put Mikey Whipwreck into the Hall of Fame.
So he was expected to be inducted in 2022.
Who was that?
Psycho Sid.
I could see him going eventually.
So Sid Vicious headlined WrestleMania 8 and had a memorable match against Hogan, but left due to behind the scenes. Oh, never mind. I mean, to be honest with you, Sid deserves to be in the Hall of Fame also because that guy was the guy that stole. He was the CM Punk of that era.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is he was the champion because everyone loved him, not because people needed him to be champion. He was the champion in WWE against Hogan because everyone loved him. He stole the show. ECW, everybody loved him. WCW, everybody loved him.
No.
He did nothing special, but everyone loved this fucking man.
Hey, his powerbomb was believable.
No, yeah, it was. Yeah,
his
and chokeslam
powerbomb
was lit.
fucking.
The only thing he couldn't do was jump off that middle rope, bro.
He shouldn't have. He
Yeah,
shouldn't have had to
not like
jump off
that.
the fucking rope.
Not like that.
Like, also, what was he going for? Is what I would love to know. What was the move?
It
That-
looked like a big boot.
You're already tall. Why the fuck are you jumping off the middle rope to hit a big boot? Like, you are already the size of yourself. Why are you fucking...
Yeah.
What was the point? Like that's the one thing I never understood about that. It's like, what move was he thinking? What was the plan? Cause like, oh man, imagine if it was anything else. Like, go for a drop kick at that point. Fucking just both legs out. You fucking take a back bump. That's it.
Yeah.
The fact that he tried to land standing,
listen,
it's like,
with his leg breaking like that, he'd have been better off fucking jumping off and hitting the claw. Just, you know what I'm saying?
bro. But that's the sad part. That it's like,
than a big boot.
bro, I'm just saying, like, there's so many other things they could have probably tried to go for that would have been better off.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Michael Tarver is my choice. His music is dope.
Michael Tarver, unfortunately,
Who the fuck is that?
he was from you remember the Nexus? He was the one with the
black
weird
dude.
looking hair. Yeah.
Yeah, the black he did this shit. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
Why you want him in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame. Maybe, possibly, if they add possibly one day if they add the Nexus to the Hall of Fame, but that will probably be the year 2075.
If they add the Nexus to the Hall of Fame, it's gonna be like 3 people: David Otunga, Brian Danielson,
and Wade Barrett,
Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas. And
Wade Barrett. You're not gonna put the main guy.
Who?
Wade Barrett.
Nah.
Yeah. Damn, you don't put Wade Barrett? Damn.
He's British.
Oh shit.
He's an announcer now. Shit. Lillian Garcia needs to go in the Hall. Is she in the Hall of Fame? I think she is.
I don't think she is yet. She definitely should be. I'm surprised she hasn't gone in yet, but I don't think she is yet. I don't remember Lillian Garcia going in yet.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like.
No.
But the crazy thing about is women going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Is as many women as we had in this company that they weren't in there for a long time.
Yeah.
And
But I guess that's unfortunately that's not what we have to look at. What was the most impactful from that time? Like Stacy Keibler, it made sense. Like even though she wasn't here for long, there was a lot of separate times that's like, okay, it made sense for legs to go in there, you know? Jim Johnson definitely should go in because I just noticed he said the guys that did music. Jim Johnson.
Okay.
I'm surprised isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jim Johnson definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. You guys think Bill Alfonso? Possibly because he also was a ref for the WWE for the longest. People kind of forget he was a referee. Like,
so here's the thing with ECW guys.
Yeah.
Looking at it as a WWE fan, right? Because I did like the ECW, but you couldn't stay up every week at 2:00 in the morning to watch ECW. And when it went to TNT, it changed on you. You didn't have the same people that you grew up with watching when it first came out because they didn't have the budget. The thing about ECW was, for lack of a better phrase, it was broadcasted as a glorified TV show independent circuit.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys on there, as talented as they were, had no respect from any other organization. Because we sit here and, Jerry Lynn, Lance Storm, Rob Van Dam, every night can put on the match between them and have a different match. They went to the WWE, did nothing. Lance Storm was called boring. In WCW, he did some as the Canadian champion, but that was pretty much it. Like, he was at the tail end of WCW when they were falling off. Like, the ECW guys, even Ric Flair, talked down on them.
Yeah.
They like TNA was spoken down upon back, when it first started with AJ Styles running the shit. But the difference between TNA and ECW was all those veterans from TNA when they first started are making their names in other companies now. AJ Styles, one of the best wrestlers in the world, is the top guy in the WWE. Robert Roode right now is a producer and the former champion in NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be remembered for everything they did outside of TNA.
Yeah.
The ECW people will remember what they did in ECW, but for the WWE, you have to be Taz or Rob Van Dam or Sabu to be considered for it.
And that's what's sad. There's so many great talent out of ECW, but it's like it's legit down to RVD. It's down to the Dudleys. It's down to,
and that's all for what they did in WWE.
Yeah, and but that's the issue. Is like when it's a WWE Hall of Fame, it makes sense. Like Rey Mysterio, fucking Eddie, they were through there, but
bro,
no one remembers them in
Loki.
ECW like that.
Yeah, Mr. Loki. You say Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. Everything they did in the WWE overshadows what they did in WCW and ECW.
Yeah,
people don't know Eddie Guerrero from ECW.
Yeah,
they know him from Halloween Havoc and the WWE, especially this generation.
Yeah. No, especially this generation now might know that match, but don't know the rest.
No.
Don't know. Because Eddie Guerrero had a great run in WCW, but most people are going to know that one match, and then they know about what he did in WWE. But they won't remember everything that led to this, to the WWE run, to all that. And it's what shows, though, that is what most people are going to remember. Because also that's what's being pushed now. You don't remember a lot of that stuff because they don't show it as much. They show everything that the WWE catalog has.
Yeah. All right. So before we answer Anthony's, let me show you something. Sasha Banks loves Eddie Guerrero. Yep. I just looked it up. Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné is 32 years old.
Yep.
I'm about to be 36 in a couple weeks.
Yep.
So I'm 4 years, for lack of math, 4 years older than her.
Yep.
Let's say she started watching wrestling 8, 10 years old.
Okay.
She got 22 years of watching wrestling. We're in 2024. 2002, Eddie Guerrero was in WWE. I have 36 years of watching wrestling because I literally was a baby. We used to watch, my pops threw on the tapes. I'm watching Hulk Hogan in a red outfit staring down Andre the Giant for WrestleMania 3. I was born a year after WrestleMania 3, 2 years after WrestleMania 3. That was my first pay-per-view. I literally grew up watching nothing but wrestling. I can tell you I've seen Eddie Guerrero in Mexico, in ECW, in WCW, in WWE, and up there. And the most he did was WWE. No. See, the problem with you guys, and by you guys I mean the viewers and the rest of the fans, you watch these documentaries and you watch what happened to them before, and automatically you integrate that history into your knowledge. But what you see, like what you forget is no one saw that until the documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no one saw the click appearing until that video leaked. But y'all didn't see the video leak until they came out with the documentary about DX. We saw Razor Ramon and Diesel get fired, move on to WCW. We saw X-Pac get fired. We saw Triple H get punished. And we saw nothing happen to Shawn Michaels. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with that.
Yeah.
I grew up with Jake the Snake Roberts before he got the python to bite Macho Man. You see it in the WWE rivals. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference there. And so what I'm trying to say is you go there and go, oh, Eddie was in ECW. He wasn't in ECW. He wrestled a couple matches there and went to WCW.
Yep.
Wrestling a match in a company doesn't make you from there, because I'm pretty sure you guys failed to realize that Angelina Love debuted on SmackDown. She debuted on SmackDown. The next week she was back in TNA. Do y'all remember that? Does that make Angelina Love a WWE superstar?
Shit, that's the case. AJ wrestled for Velocity. There's a lot of guys that wrestled for Velocity.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, We don't sit here and go, Kaz was a WWE superstar. He just
Yeah.
belongs in the. He was there for a cup of coffee and left. No one
Yeah.
seen it.
When he
So when we talk about people like Lance Storm and Jerry Lynn and all, it's not to say he's not respected by his peers. He is.
Yeah.
On the TV screen, Lance Storm and Jerry Lynn was more important in ECW than they were anywhere else.
Yeah.
But the guys from ECW that are in the Hall of Fame, the Dudley Boys, they made an impact in WWE.
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam, he made an impact in WWE.
Yeah.
Taz, he didn't make much of an impact in WWE, but he was the guy who opened up the gate for ECW to come to WWE. Because remember, he left ECW to join WWE.
Yeah. And then went back for like a minute when they let him do the gimmick with Mike Awesome and all that. But
I remember that too. Yo, dude.
I lived in the Diamond Stud era. Oh
Yeah.
my god. This is the thing too that a lot of people, when they look into this and they talk about that, again, a lot of these guys, when we use the term respect, we're talking about from the fan base. Because this is the thing too. Because as much as we'll talk about it, we'll argue this and that. I say Jerry Lynn, again, great mind for the business, all this and that. The problem is, look at how I'm phrasing it. Great mind for the business, because when you study, because a lot of people that watch this will then tape study. But again, people that are the common fan, the people that are watching, always end up just watching that little time. They watch the ECW run.
Yeah.
They're not going back to the NWA style. They're not going back to
Yeah.
shit. He was in TNA. People kind of forget that little run he had in TNA.
Yeah.
When he wrestled Red, when he was in there with fucking Kid Cash, when he was in there with a lot of the guys that then became the TNA X Division.
Yep.
Like, there was a whole run there. But again, what he's known for is that run with ECW.
I want to ask y'all a question. If you can answer this, would be perfect. How did how did Lance Storm throw a stomp when he stomped people? He kicked people on the ground. He stomped them.
Yep.
You ever notice how he did it?
I'm trying to see if I could picture
Ray doesn't
how he
remember.
stopped. I'm trying to think how.
He didn't remember. I remember this vividly because just like how I told Jorge Santi when we interviewed him,
Yeah.
I see people style.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn threw his left leg out and then stomped somebody. It was almost like he did this with his feet.
Yeah.
If you ever go watch Jerry Lynn stomp someone, he kicks his left leg out, jumps, and stomps him. He's the only person I've ever seen do that.
Okay. I can see
Just
that.
like how AJ Styles, when he does his springboard elbow drop, he always adds.
He does the switch. He does the pivot. Yep.
Everything he does is different.
Yeah. He had to pivot. He pivots it just so, again, because remember that motion could fuck up his hip. So he pivots so well. It's so smooth.
Yeah.
But that I forgot. That I legit forgot that Jerry does that. That's smart though. Makes sense.
But you see, I'm not saying Lance Storm ain't no fucking. He could do it. He like he said, great mind for the business.
Yep.
You make something your own.
Yep. No, and there's those little things that, again,
yeah.
it's like, remember the convo we had with Darius, again, adding it so now it's
Yeah.
memorable.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that again, it's memorable, especially if you're watching it, if you're having the keen eye for it. Do you guys think the FBI can get indexed?
Little Guido.
I love Nunzio. I just got to see him fucking work last Friday. And bro, he could still fucking work. He put on a great fucking match with Sami Callihan.
I think so. I think so. It'll be a stretch, but I think so.
I could see it
he did good with
eventually.
it.
I don't think
WWE
this year.
Nah.
Like, that's the thing too. We're trying to talk about this year because there's a lot of guys that down the road could get it. But again, we're looking at. They always try to base it off the time frame. That's like, oh yeah, now we're looking at that era.
Yeah.
Like, remember, people were pissed about the Bellas going in, just because of the fucking time
But
frame.
like we said, there are not a lot of women that had longevity. Like right now, the Divas era and this era, besides Sensational Sherry, This had to be the longest run for women outside of Mae Young
Yeah.
and the Fabulous Moolah. And I'm pretty sure over there, Fabulous Moolah was the longest tenured wrestler. There wasn't too many wrestlers wrestling for fucking 10, 15 years that were women. You know what I'm saying? It's just the Bella Twins went into the Hall of Fame because of what they did for that era. Because the women have separate eras than the men. Because the women's attitude era is the men's ruthless aggression era.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the attitude era for women was Jerry Springer. It was a bunch of bra and panty matches, mud matches. We get to see kittens' titties, the cat's titties.
Do we agree? It's almost like if their eras were always like the era behind the men's. When we look at it, like they're real, like WWE kind of went through the real wrestling era, and now for women, we're finally getting that now.
Yeah.
Like now it's a point where it's wrestling for women.
Yeah.
Like we're getting that when the guys went through that passage, like maybe what, 2013, 2014? And now we're finally get that for the women, where that's why people were wanting AJ Lee to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Because this is the era she wanted. This is what she wanted for women's wrestling.
But,
and unfortunately,
but you know why? Because it didn't work for TV.
Yeah.
Granted, the wrestling fans that we are, we loved AJ Lee's wrestling ability.
Yep.
But let's keep it funky. Men loved the way everyone else looked. Women were subjectified as sexual beings. And it took a lot for them to mix that with also being athletic and being able to wrestle. Because I'm not going to lie to you and say that we don't look at... You just mentioned Rhea Ripley's ass on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, she was showing them cheeks. But that was the best match on the card. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the best matches on the card. We're getting that now because people want to see wrestling now. Because people are demanding women wrestle better. Because they're getting more significant airtime. They're getting storylines, and people are going, wait a minute. We actually get to see multiple times that women. These women ain't wrestling the way that the men wrestle. Nigga, because the last fucking 20 years they've been showing their ass.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're getting better strides at it. Because let's also be realistic. Like I said, for Mania, we possibly only have 2 women's matches.
Yeah.
Hopefully more. But we're still at that point of...
Should be a tag team women's match.
There should be. There should be a lot more. There should be, again, spots like that because we are starting to see that women... We are finally allowing for there to be showcased that way because they can wrestle if as good or better than a lot of the men on the roster. But we don't give that time frame so people can see it.
Yeah.
And when we do, we make a lot of comedy spots and we ruin what they could actually put out there.
Yeah. You see, that's true. But I think NXT was the catalyst for women's wrestling. Because NXT wasn't beholden to the same statures as the WWE main roster. Yep. Because those women were wrestling and they were able to put on matches because they weren't subjectified to ratings.
Yeah, so they were given the opportunity to. They if I'm not mistaken, NXT did it first. That they had the first women's main event.
Brooklyn, I think.
So it shows it can happen and it can work.
No, yeah.
Like it's showing that this is why we look at it as wrestling. This isn't women's wrestling. This is men's wrestling. This is what wrestling could be. Like when we had Janai Kai on here, and she said this is how it should be. Like the show that Battle Club does, Women Crush Wednesday.
Yeah,
you're going to a wrestling show. It's not just women's wrestling. This is how wrestling can be presented.
Yep,
and it works.
Yeah, and we're still fairly new into the women's wrestling era.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, it's so young into it. And there's so many great women's wrestlers out there.
Yeah.
How the fuck did it blur up from me closing my eyes? What the fuck?
I have no idea. we're not.
I
we're
closed
not,
my eyes and it blurred the fuck
Yeah.
out. The fuck?
and they're not showcasing women's wrestling. Yo, this is where we get into the AEW.
Yeah.
AEW, I think it's fucking up the women's wrestling. Like they're fucking up women's wrestling for me at least, because I'm seeing like before Gigi starts yelling at us, Tony Storm needs to be protected for shit. I'm not saying that, but Chris Statlander dethroned Jane's undefeated streak, and she's a jobber now. And Willow went from beating Mercedes Moné, granted in another country, another organization, to looking stupid. I don't understand what they're trying to do, and I don't know why they're trying to do it. There's better ways to have Chris Statlander and Willow either fight with each other, be off page with each other, or trying to revamp their style. But there's better ways than that.
I guess because I see the gimmick they're trying to do with it. And I think it's one of those where we've seen what they can do. And when you pivot so far left, it kind of looks like, wait, they're doing this? Like, I get the story. Like, they're doing this with, I was going to say Malcolm Bivens. I was about to say his WWE name, sorry. With Stokely Hathaway. And I get the storyline they're going with this. But it's like, when you have two that were so serious, or at least with Willow, we know she can be bubbly, she can be like this. But when you were trying to make her a serious character, and then we just pivot back into something like this, it's like, wait, so what direction are we going with this? Make it so, again, we want to believe in the story. We want to believe into this. And with Chris Statlander, it was like we went from, okay, she was the alien, to now, okay, this character is now believable. This is a dominant looking style. And then now we're here, that is like, what's happening? Like, where are we going with this? And then it's like, I get it. Tony Storm right now, the dominant act, while there's a lot of things going on. You're adding in Deonna Purrazzo. You're possibly adding in someone else coming in a few weeks. And it's like, you have to still build your division up, because if not, this is why we argue people get lost in the shuffle because no one else is built up.
And the crazy shit, Tony Storm, like you said, she's running the show. She's the main attraction for what she's doing outside of the ring.
Yep.
The character that she made outside of the wrestling ring is more of an attraction than the women's matches. And I'm not saying these women can't wrestle. But what I'm trying to say is, it's almost like they're more concerned with getting them over outside of their matches than getting the match over. And it's sad because, like Anthony asked, he goes, do you think there's a stigma because they're not being respected? I think the women are being respected by their organizations. The fans are not respecting the women because the fans have an over expectation of what these women can do. Maxine was booed out of the arena during the house show not too long ago. Maxine, by no means, is trying to tell people she's the greatest wrestler in the history of wrestling. She's learning. But by God, she is the greatest thing we've seen as a valet to fucking Chad Gable, to Zawa, and fucking
Otis.
I had a brain fart there for a second.
Oh, good. No, I saw that clip, and that to me is just, this is what, and again, people are going to be like, oh, you're defending this. Moments like that, it's fucking heart-wrenching to see. Because someone that is trying to learn their craft still trying to own into certain things, that again, everyone still needs to work on. And when I see stuff like that again, this isn't booing because of her being a heel, because they're not heels. They're technically a babyface team. So now you're booing maliciously because you're like, oh, this person fucking sucks.
I heard her.
And it's like, So go into a ring right now and show me you can do a better match. And I hate I have to use that response to shit like that. But it's like when I see shit like that and I see people defend it, because I saw a lot of comments were like, oh, you should be able to boo, cheer, whatever the fuck you want at a show. You can. You can react. That's what wrestlers want. But when you do it in this way, then now it's not because you're trying to be part of the show. You're trying to do this because you're hurting the competitor.
Yeah.
You're not a wrestling fan.
No.
You're an asshole.
You're a piece of shit.
So again, if you think you could do this so much better and you know how this is supposed to go to a ring. Show me that you know better than someone that is being trained how to do this by those that have done this for years upon years. Show me you can do it better. Without actual proper training, without anything but sitting and watching. If you can, then every worker will shut the fuck up. But the fact that when you see that and then you see people are like, oh yeah, but this and that, it's like, come on. Like that is uncalled for. Like crazy.
Yeah.
But again,
There's no need for it. Because this is the thing. Every fan has the right to boo and cheer for the character.
Yep.
But you don't have the right to fucking hurt somebody. Like, you can, like, yo, you hated the NWO when they first formed.
Yep.
You didn't have the right to throw a fucking cup of soda at Scott Hall.
Nah.
You didn't have the right to jump over the guardrail and attack Seth Rollins. You can boo the match. You can boo the performance. But to boo the person, that's where it's like, wait a minute. Because, like I say all the time, I have no issue with these people personally. What I see in the ring or what they do is that's the issue.
Yeah.
Right? But for Maxine, you know she's learning. They say it on TV. She's learning. To boo her because she's learning? And she's learning in front of the world. She's not she's not Jade right now in the performance center, protected, learning everything slowly until she gets. She has 3 minutes to go out there and perform the best match she can. And if she fucks up, the world's seen it. She already done fucked up. She don't need somebody chasing her down the fucking entranceway booing her and recording her.
No.
She don't need that. No one needs that. Because even if you can do it, that's not your job.
Yep.
You paid a ticket to watch the show. You paid a ticket to get involved with the match. Boo who you want, cheer who you want. But to chase her fucking down while she's getting out of the ring and to boo her just to hurt her fucking feelings, fuck you. You're a bully now. See, my thing is, I don't want you to get in the ring and try it. I don't give a shit if you can wrestle or not. Say that shit to a grown man that can fuck you up. Because it's no longer about wrestling. Now you a bully. You are a bully antagonizing someone. And you're doing it to a woman. As a man that grew up in the fucking 80s and 90s, you don't pick on women. You don't get extra points for picking on women.
Nope.
You don't pick on kids. You don't pick on women. But this motherfucker is glorified for it. You understand that makes you a pussy, right? I don't understand. I don't know if y'all know this, but as men, that makes you a pussy. Because you're going after a woman that's learning. Go after a man and do that shit. Go boo Brock Lesnar that way. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to, don't hide behind the fact that you should be able to do what you want. I pay taxes. That doesn't mean I'm able to piss in the street without fucking getting arrested for indecent exposure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's unwritten rules here. You a pussy. And your mother knows you a pussy. and it's bullshit. The women, when they're putting on the matches and the fans are fucking quiet, or they're booing the matches because it's not going in the way they want, fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you too. Because they're out there and they're doing the best they fucking can, and they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that shit. Now, when someone is taking that shit for granted, the way I thought that Dominic Mysterio was, because he kept fucking smiling when he should be serious, that was pissing me off.
Yeah.
But yo, they figured out the best way to protect this man on the main roster, and they put him with a group, and he can now figure shit out.
No, and we saw it in real time. He got molded the right way, and as much as he's still learning at times, he got a lot better. He became an act where it's like, okay, now we see Dom in there. And we see him a lot better than he was when we first started seeing him. There was the argument of, is Dom money? Now it's like, okay. Dom is in there. Now we can believe it. Now it's like, yo, Dom can hang. He's still learning. That is the thing. And this is something, and again, no one will ever want to see it, but it is what it is. In wrestling, you are always learning. Yeah. The moment you say you have nothing else to learn, get out of the business. Get out.
Yeah.
And that goes in all essences of the business. That goes for being in the ring, that being on the microphone, whatever it is. You are always learning because there's a lot to learn in the business. Wrestling isn't just one form. As much as I love the pun intended here, the craft. There's a lot of forms of the craft. It isn't just one style. It isn't just one way to do it. There's many ways. There's many things you can learn, and it's the ever-changing business, and there's ever-changing styles. Yeah. Like we say, the WWE style is a whole nother thing. So being able to then perfect that, it's never going to be perfected as well because there's always something different with it.
Yep.
So, but again, just keep that in mind.
And yo, you have to remember also, for an entertainment business, which wrestling is entertainment.
Yep.
They utilize people for different reasons. Maxine is utilized for her ability to work with Gable, Otis, Tozawa, and pull out that reaction. The minute she got on the scene with them, when she did that shit with the models, it didn't work. When she stepped on the scene with them, it was an instant reaction. That's why she's there.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio's getting booed. That's why he's there. Not there to wrestle.
Yeah.
They're there for that.
And it starts. It's heat. It's something. You want that reaction. And a reaction that, again, no one is telling people not to react. Because if you're not reacting, then we're not doing it. You're not doing your job. Like, that's what you want. You want someone to react. You want someone to fucking boo the fuck out of you. Yeah, you want that. You want heat. Dom got that. Dom got that in Australia that they started calling him a wanker. Yeah, that's why there was a point where they had to fucking block out everything. Because he's fucking like, yo, the whole front, apparently the whole front row was giving him the finger and fucking calling him a wanker. So it's like, he's doing his job. He's gotten that much heat. Yo, he got so much heat that Michael Cole is now having fun with it. Like, what are you doing? And this, like, it gives that liberty now. Yeah. And that's what you want. You want heat. You want that type of thing. But again, knowing when it's its place and knowing when to do that.
Yeah.
When you do something like that with Maxine, that doesn't work. And again, this goes both ways. This goes for any talent. This isn't just because it's Maxine. This could be any person in there. It could be a guy. It could be Dom when Dom was still learning. To do it to someone like him, again, who is still learning the business, fuck you for trying to do something like that.
Yeah.
So, but again, again, just know that and try to be, again, if you truly are a fan of this and enjoy wrestling, remember, let's have some enjoyment with it. Let people learn. They're trying to entertain you. They're not doing this for any other gain, but again, the love of the business. So, enjoy. And as always, like our motto is, go fuck yourself.
Facts. Anthony, it was the Hall of Fame where DX was nominated.
Yeah. That was the one. That was the one here, if I'm not mistaken. When that happened.
The first time they did it in the ring.
Yeah, when Brett got trampled. It was for, I think it was for Neidhart that they did the Hall of Fame speech, and I want to say it was Dax that clocked him.
Well,
and
also,
then
D.H. Smith beat the shit out of him too, because you saw him throwing in them shots.
this dude, fucking Rhonda's husband.
Oh yeah.
Clocked.
Travis Browning.
Yeah, he clocked the shit out of that dude.
Yeah.
Yo, but yeah. So where do we want to go now? Do we want to get into, which again I feel like most people probably forgot too. There's a pay-per-view Sunday.
Yeah.
There's a pay-per-view. Bro, that's what makes me sad about this. Is because they made a bigger deal about this months ago. When they first announced Sting will be retiring on said day. Is Ole Anderson in the Hall of Fame? I don't believe he is. I would assume they probably will add him in this year.
If he is, it will be for the Hall of Fame. But I don't think so.
I think he would go in this year. I think Ole will go in this year. They'll probably put. I would assume they'll probably put both. They'll probably do the Andersons this year into the Hall of Fame. Rest in peace to Ole Anderson. Rest in peace to Virgil. Virgil just passed away as well this week.
Yeah.
That was sad to see.
Yeah, Ole Anderson is not in the Hall of Fame, not even with Four Horsemen. Barry Windham and J.J. Dillon and Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Yeah. No, but that makes
not
sense.
Not even with Tony Blanchard.
Tully's in the Hall of Fame?
No, the Four Horsemen with Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and J.J. Dillon.
Oh, wow, they didn't put Tully in there. That's crazy.
You would think.
Tully I could see even going in separately or even as a member. They'll probably do the Brainbusters eventually one year too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But they should have did a lot more with Sting.
Bro.
Because I understand that I think I said this last week. I think Sting is on that I just want to have a match and go. But they could have did so much shit with Sting. It's not even funny. Like, this match should have been won. They shouldn't have won the titles last week. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 weeks ago. And then now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been a long, like, that should have been almost Tony Stark looking like he was going to be Sting's last match.
Yeah. Like, Ricky Stark.
Ricky Stark. See, Tony Stark's is still on my mind.
All good. Hey, makes sense. Makes sense.
Because she's a professional.
To me, it's just weird, man, that they had so much emphasis on this, and the fact that we are now days away, and a lot of people still do not know that there's a pay-per-view this weekend.
Yeah, and that pay-per-view
sucks.
It's not holding water.
Like, and the fact that again, it's they forced in Ric Flair being involved in this match somehow. And that's insane. Like, Rick should have been, especially if they brought in Flair for this.
Yeah.
Flair should have had a key play in this. And it's like, man, the amount of the things they could have done for this. Again, unfortunately, Sting is, again, he's limited. So not like they could have done the singles match for his last match.
Yeah.
But the fact that it just feels very random to, like, him and Darby versus the Young Bucks. Like, it feels a little random.
That feels a little EVP-ish.
And
that feels a little, I want Sting for his last match. Okay.
That's the thing. I wouldn't even be surprised. Maybe even Sting was like, cool, I get to work the Young Bucks. It's like, I don't mind doing that, passing the thing. But it's still weird.
Yo, they needed to do something for Sting during his time there. Great Muta had the goodbye tour, and Sting is gonna be gone on Sunday. Think about it. Great Muta had a goodbye tour where Shinsuke Nakamura was his last match. A WWE wrestler was able to go and honor the Great Muta with his last match. And Sting is going to be gone on Sunday.
Yep. And
what did we do with Sting?
It was the craziest that was the last Great Muta match. And then he still had a match as Kejimoto.
Yeah.
And they made it work where this is the end now. This was the swan song, getting that 6-man tag with Sting in there. Like, it worked so well. Like, I kind of would have wished that Muda didn't retire. Because I feel like the perfect send-off would have been, if they wanted to even do that for Sting, Sting and Darby, Muda and Sonata. Would have been great.
Yeah.
Mentors with their mentee. Perfect send-off. But, again, it just... What do you do in this match? Because it's like, the usual customary is you put the young guys over, but the Young Bucks don't need a win.
The Young Bucks ain't the young guys no more.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's usually the customary. That's like,
Yeah.
hey.
Like Kurt Angle did with Baron Corbin.
Yeah. And it's like, just makes no sense, but does Darby turn?
No, I don't think so.
Like, I said it last night because someone was like, oh, so Young Bucks are winning the titles. I'm like, I would hope, as much as, again, the usual thing is for the person to go out with a loss, I hope they have Sting and Darby retain. Have Sting go out with a win, and then they've done it before. Just have a tournament to crown new champs.
No. Bro, this is where you go. Sting's last match is on Sunday.
Yeah.
No one said nothing about Sting never gonna be in AEW again. Sting could wipe off the face paint and no longer call himself Sting. He can call himself, was it Steve Borton? Was his real name?
Steve Borton.
Steve Borton. Hand Darby Allin the second title and go, now it's on your shoulders. And now Darby Allin goes and finds a partner. And Sting becomes his manager. Or like Sting can step away into the darkness. Sting can put on the thing and go back up into the Raptors. But here, because the real passing of the torch is to Darby. It's not to the Young Bucks.
No, yeah, that has to be it. And
it's like my boy Sir Wilkins likes to say, the Young Bucks are older than dirt.
Yo, you're never letting this go, are you? Like, yo, the next time you see Sir Wilkins, I this needs to be an interaction. Like, yo, man, I guess they're really getting old, huh? Like, but no, I think he was now that you mention that,
yeah,
I think that needs to be a great fucking image of fucking having the face paint come off. This is yours now.
Yeah.
Darby needs to be the one that now remains with that.
And I don't know how Darby feels about it.
Yeah.
But as an outsider looking in, I think that can be the reason why Darby completes the face paint. Because I know he has half the face paint because he thinks he's half dead for his uncle. But if he now completes the face paint for Sting, it's almost like now he was able to...
He's complete. Now he's... Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be fire because what he could do... and again, I don't know if he could because that would probably be fucking hard to do. But have the half where it's his style and a little bit of what Sting... of remnants of Sting.
The surfer Sting.
Yeah. That would be fire. That would be fire. Again, we shall see. I hope that's the way because the Bucks don't need this win. It'll be a great match, but they don't need this win.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to send off Sting. Shit, send him. I hopefully they can do it safely, but right after the match, Sting goes up to the rafters.
And I think we're putting more thought into this than they are.
Probably.
But I think that works.
It's something again to make it memorable, especially where they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like this is the way to send them away. Like send them off, have them have this highlight moment. Everyone's gonna be watching because it's Sting. Like shit. I somewhere Tony Schiavone is gonna be crying. During this.
I don't think people understand this. This is the last person of WCW. Like, in reality, Sting was the Undertaker.
Yeah, he was the Taker for WCW. Like this was,
And
there's a reason they call him the Icon Sting.
yeah, and
like
it's not just Sting's career that's over. The legacy of WCW is no longer living. It's now in the past. Now it's a remembrance. Because Sting being there, WCW, there's no one else.
yeah, because the
like
other guy
Triple
would be
H.
Flair. Flair's
Yeah.
retired. Triple H, not Triple H. Fuck. Hogan's retired.
Yeah.
Like the guys that
Macho
were that
Man's
banner.
gone.
Like
Scott Hall's
it's
gone.
Nash is definitely
hurt.
not.
Yeah.
Nash can't work now.
Yeah.
And Booker T is the other guy, but Booker T is almost at that point of he's doing everything outside of the ring. That's like the last guy that was still constantly working was Sting.
But
And after Sunday, that's it.
in all respects to WCW, Booker T was not the guy until he got to WWE. Booker T was in the failing WCW. Booker T became the legend and one of the greatest workers we've seen in the WWE.
Would you say Booker T was the life raft? Like he got us in the
Yeah.
segue into WWE? Like the merger with
Yeah.
WWE, WCW? Which, again, Booker T, though, his time in WCW was great. Harlem Heat, all that, it's great.
But
we didn't get to see the real side of Booker T until he got to WWE.
yeah, because WCW failed him.
Yeah. Which is, it's stupid because he could have been
The
so
way
much
he won that fucking championship was awesome for him, but it sucked for him. Because you know the story. And people don't know the story real quick. Bash at the Beach, Vince Russo didn't want to have Hogan retain that title.
Yep.
Hogan, they argued Hogan was going to win it. He was going to leave, and there was going to be a vacated championship. They were going to do a tournament. Whoever won the tournament, Hogan was going to come back and say, "You're not the real champion. I am." This was their way to make that title mean something again.
Yep.
Vince Russo didn't want to do that. So he said, "Lay down. Hogan, get the fuck out of here. It's going to be Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T for the championship." Let's say Hogan and Bischoff are telling the truth. What better way to have Booker T become your fucking champion than for him to win a tournament, win the title, and then unify that shit against Hulk Hogan? We wouldn't be having this discussion. I would be saying Booker T would be the last person from WCW.
And he should have been. That's the issue. They had everything. They had, at that time, it would have been so different. But no. Egos got in the way. Fucking stupidity got in the way. And again, unfortunately, WCW, it becomes the memory after Sunday.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And again, all that should come into play. This should have been a bigger moment than it is. And maybe Sunday they prove us wrong. Maybe they make this a bigger spectacle than it is. But going into it Sunday, it doesn't feel that way.
It doesn't.
And that sucks. Like, we talked about it off the air, and I was still like, I don't know if I'm going to watch this pay-per-view. But then it's like, fuck, this is the match that, if there's any reason to watch this pay-per-view Sunday, it's for this match.
Yeah.
Just to be able to watch the last Sting match. Like the Ric Flair last match. We knew what it was going to unfortunately be. Yeah. And it was a great card. Don't get me wrong. The card was great. But to be able to say you watched what we hope is Flair's last match, it was needed.
Yeah.
So hopefully with this, with Sting, it is a nice send-off. And again, the rest of the card, which we're about to get into now.
And I'm going to tell you what makes it worse.
Yeah.
There's not one match on this card that I look at and not go, well, they just threw this shit together?
Yeah.
Let's I'm going to do it quick. Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong. I don't watch the show, but I know every week Orange Cassidy is defending that title.
Yep.
So it's just Roderick Strong's time now. This match don't mean nothing to me.
It feels like it got thrown together last minute because I did not know that was happening. Okay, cool. Next.
Christian Cage versus Daniel Garcia. Last time I checked, Christian Cage and Edge was having a fucking problem.
Yep.
Fuck Daniel. Where the fuck Daniel Garcia came from? He didn't earn that shit.
I don't mind it though because I hope they give the
yeah.
title to Garcia. But we'll
They're not
talk
gonna.
about that in a bit.
Yeah, it was like yo, they just do this shit together. I don't give a shit about it. Will Ospreay versus Takeshita. Fuck they wrestling for.
I thought they were on the same side.
Yes, and yo, people can hate me for this, and I don't give a fuck. What makes Takeshita so fucking special that this is a match that I need to be concerned with?
No, he's a great fucking worker, bro.
No,
I'll argue with that.
I'm not putting it past it, but I'm saying, what did he fucking do that makes me go, oh shit? Nothing. They just threw it together. I don't give a shit
that's the
about
thing.
this
I don't know how to answer that, but we'll talk about it in a bit. Or we get into
yeah. Listen, I'm not saying he's bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they threw this shit together.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't give a shit. I just named 3 matches that could have been on Dynamite.
Yep.
You didn't need it. Daniel Garcia and Eddie Kingston. Didn't they already do this shit 4 or 5 times? Fuck, I need to watch this for.
Next.
Yeah, and then FTR versus John Moxley and Claudio Castellini. Like, you got nothing else for these niggas? Fuck, I need to watch this for. Tony Storm and Donna Peruzzo. Tony Storm is the champion. Donna Peruzzo has just, if I'm mispronouncing her last name, sorry. She just came here.
Yes.
It's another one, because of their track record, it's another star they signed to lose to the champion. Fuck, I need to watch this for.
Next.
They haven't.
I'm mad that it's like he's not getting like it's.
It's not wrong. Like technically, I'm not wrong.
Technically, yeah.
Opinion wise, to you, I'm wrong. Technically, I'm not. An all-star 8-man scramble. I don't know what that means. Why the fuck is Wardlow in it? I thought he was a fucking a minister of darkness for the fucking undisputed elite. And they were gonna kill MJF. Fuck, I need to watch this for.
This was also supposed to be Meat Madness or Meat Mount. It was something meat.
Yeah, I don't
pause. And they changed it up this week. They said that multiple competitors were injured and they would not do this match till they were healthy and ready to go. All 3 competitors are in this match.
What do I need to watch this for? Like, you know, what does the winner get? Nothing.
Title shot. No, they get a title shot.
Which is nothing. Because the winner gets a title shot and they're going to lose. Get nothing. Scorpio Sky won multiple fucking title shots, and I don't even think this motherfucker wrestles anymore. It's like he won a title shot to retire. Like he's the retired champion that never fucking showed up, which he should have been the first African American champion for AEW. Because I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm gonna reference that after we go through the rest of this card.
Gotcha.
The triple threat match for the AEW championship. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page had a death match to settle their rivalry, which did nothing, and it kept going. And they said, oh, this is how we make it different. Throw the champion in there. Fuck, I need to watch this for. This isn't going to end anything. It's not going to end anything. Fuck, I need to watch this for. And then Sting versus the Young Bucks is another one. Oh, we just threw this shit together because we needed Sting to have an opponent. Forgetting the fact this is his last match. The reason I need to watch that one is because it's Sting's last match. If it wasn't Sting's last match, what do I need to watch?
Yeah.
Sting is not a tag team wrestler. The Young Bucks versus Sting is not significant. If this was Omega versus Sting, we got a little bit. We got something here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, ooh, dream match.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks versus Sting and anyone else is not a dream match. Maybe for the Young Bucks, but for the viewing audience that knows history, I wouldn't give a shit if it happened or not. Now, I'm gonna let Ray retort and speak for y'all, but I do want to reference that African American Championship. But go ahead.
Again, it's like I said, as much as I want to defend and be like, nah, I think they had an idea. I unfortunately have not been watching Dynamite week to week. Unfortunately, time has not been of the essence when it comes to that. But a lot of this does seem very last minute. Like a lot of these were even made last night. The only two matches I could possibly defend are the Daniel Garcia Christian match, just because I hope they finally give Daniel Garcia a title run. He definitely has deserved it, even though this just feels, like we said, a little bit out of place just because it's been Adam Copeland and Christian, but I digress. The other one, the title match, Hangman and Swerve, yes, the death match is great. That technically should have been the end, but both are top contenders. I don't have an issue with a triple threat. I just hope we do get Swerve as champion by the end of this on Sunday. Everything else just feels a little random. Like I said, the meat match that was supposed to happen to then turn it into a scramble was a little weird. Just okay, so we're adding people, but people were injured, but they're not injured. I don't know. The tag match, I don't know if it's a dream match per se. I can imagine for the Young Bucks, getting to wrestle Sting is definitely an honor, as it should be for anybody. Getting to wrestle the Legend Sting, getting to do that, it's an honor. To get to be his last match, definitely an honor. And in a match like this, I can imagine there's no better dance partners than to have the Young Bucks in there. As much as you can love, hate the Young Bucks, they will make this match, they'll make it look good. My thing is just, again, we're hoping it's more the rest of it, the spectacle of it, the rest of just making this feel like a bigger match than any other match on the card. That's what I'm hoping we get. This should feel like the match on the card because of what it is. It's Sting's retirement. It's the end of an era. It's so much going into this that rides on this match, that rides on AEW's presentation as a whole, and that rides on this card being memorable, not just, well, it's happening, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they're able to pull that off on Sunday. And again, we might be saying this now, and on Sunday, by Sunday night, we're texting the group chat like, yo, that was a good fucking show. I hope that's what we're saying. Not, yo, I think I just wasted $60. You know? Like, and this is the conversation we'll be having next week. But, so, the comment you meant about Scorpio, though, where are we getting at with that?
All right, so Swerve Strickland made a comment saying that it's been other companies, it takes decades to get an African-American champion. This company's within 5 years, if he wins, it's going to be history and all that. It should have happened sooner. Like, to be honest with you, this company should not have had an issue with having an African-American, a Mexican, a Spaniard, any other race being champion. This should not have been an issue. Now, the reason why I'm saying Scorpio Sky is because they had their opportunity multiple times for Scorpio Sky to win that title.
Where it was believable, too. Like, they had us in the... They made the story so well that I was like, you know what? Scorpio's going to do this. The breakout from just being another member of fucking... Oh, shit. What was their trio name? With Daniels and Kazarian. Fuck.
Yeah. Not Bad Attitude. The California...
SCU.
Yes,
there
SCU.
We go. Just the third from SCU. Like, it made us know who Scorpio Sky was, which is crazy. Because, again, Scorpio Sky had an amazing run. He was a veteran already. He's been around. But people knew him from that, and it was, like, finally breaking away from that. And we went nowhere. Which, again, I'm still on, I hope they give Swerve this title run. Swerve has made himself stand out. But, I don't know.
Yes. The Legion of Doom Yeah, I see you. See, Cruz knows. Cruz, I've been studying Cruz. I've been teaching Cruz on the side. He knows.
Hey,
Yeah, but you know, but
SCU.
like to me, I feel like the WWE still needs work on that. But AEW, for the fucking life of me, was the alternative. It was the place to go for wrestling fans. They stopped that. And this is why I don't appreciate it no more. I no longer have that love of wrestling because they took it from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched it and I was like excited to see AEW. You know what I'm saying? I was excited to see it because I got wrestling. And I got people who loved wrestling. I got a company where everybody was working as hard as they fucking can to put on the best match that they can because they wanted to prove that they were just as good as the WWE guys, if not better. Now, I don't know what the fuck they're giving me. They're giving me WCW.
And that was the worry everyone had, especially when it went to fucking TBS. It was like,
Yo, and I'm telling you right, Wardlow, hottest thing out.
Yep.
Once his run with MJF finished, you might as well have threw him in the garbage.
It almost felt like what they did to Goldberg.
Yeah.
That it was like he had the momentum, had everything, bzzz, and he's gone.
Yeah.
It legit felt that way. It was like, yeah, we're done with you. New toy.
Britt Baker and fucking damn, I just had a fucking name. Your auntie, your homegirl, Mexican.
Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
Thunder Rosa wins the championship. Might as well have thrown her in the garbage. Debut after debut after debut. You do nothing with these people. Ruby Soho. This is the place where she gets to show her talent. She lost 4 times. Shit. All right. Well, I guess she's not talented. It went from being the alternative to being, I guess WWE was right. It took fucking Miro luck to find his fucking character. He was a fucking streamer. AEW made this fucking man a video gamer. He went from Rusev to a video gamer. And I don't give a shit about what they do in the ring. I'm going to keep it funky with you. My gripe is what they do outside of the ring. Because I can turn on any fucking channel to watch good wrestling. But when it doesn't mean anything, why do I need to watch it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If it doesn't mean anything, what the fuck do I need to watch this for?
No, I get that, and it's one of those where characters and all that it has to go hand in hand. But when you forget, you also still need you need it to coincide. Like if the gimmick then doesn't translate well when it comes to the wrestling, then it's like, what is the point? It needs to all work together. And Leo made a great comment there because unfortunately, the outside for Strickland then changed what he has to now do in the ring. Because Swerve was a great heel. He got the heat, he had everything. But he got very over with Nana and all that now they almost had to force the babyface turn. Now going into Sunday, it feels like Swerve's the baby and Hangman's that heel. Like they had to do that double turn because Hangman was getting heat. And Swerve is fucking over as hell because of fucking...
Because Hangman does not know how to play his character. We'll keep it funky. Tell me if I'm wrong. This is the fucking fourth rendition of a fucking story from him, and he don't know how to play his part.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Hangman needs to be heel. Because I think Hangman needs to be the guy that's always chasing, but there's always going to be someone in front of him.
He doesn't know how to chase. Bro, the most dynamic story they made of him was when he was copying Scott Hall. And another, this would have been fucking perfect. He's a drunk. The fucking Dark Order recruits him. They get him right, and they bring him back to life. And he's a part of the Dark Order. No, he's a drunk. The Dark Order wants him. He rejects him. He decides to come clean, and then becomes an idiot. And the Dark Order dies.
I never understood why they didn't.
The Dark Order was made for Brody Lee. Brody Lee unfortunately passes away, and he fucking gets this incredible, memorable show from 100% of the Dark Order, and you fucking throw him in the garbage. You throw them in his fucking kid. He's signed to AEW. He's a member of the Dark Order, and you throw that shit in the fucking garbage. Hangman doesn't know what the fuck he wants to be. It felt like he was the bad guy in every match. He cut a promo on Jericho to fucking win the first ever inaugural title for the AEW. It sounded like he was a fucking bad guy there too.
Yeah.
He's punching himself in the fucking face, making him bleed. What does he want to be? I'm sorry, bro. This isn't the Indies no more.
Yeah.
You don't get to come in day by day and choose who the fuck you want. This is a weekly televised show.
No.
Last week has a match this week.
At least it's supposed to.
You
Hopefully.
know what I'm saying?
We did get a commercial break, and now it's like, well, now it's this side of the... No.
This is why I don't like him. This is why I don't like him.
Oh, man.
And I've always questioned why people like him.
No, and the thing is, I like Hangman because he, again, in-ring work, great. As a heel, it works. The problem is, you have to now you have to be a heel. I can't be wanting to boo you, and I can't be believing. Okay, I get where you're coming from. I get where this is, but you can't then want to make me accept you. You can't make me then be like, oh, so he's still a good guy though. Like, no, I have to now be all in on wanting to fucking not support you. But like, I want to be able to hate to boo you, you know?
Do you know why this man's never gonna get over?
Why?
Swerve Strickland went to his house and threatened his fucking newborn baby. And people are booing him. Swerve Strickland threatened a newborn baby, and people are behind him.
Yeah, that's
no good.
That's where you know, again, this is the craziest thing, because again, Swerve he had everything where something like that, it's like, yo, this dude is gonna get his ass kicked. Now we want him to win the title. People are cheering for him. It's like, yo, he did Breaking and he had the baby.
Do you know why?
And this is the baby face.
And I'm gonna give you a little secret. You know why people want Swerve to win the championship?
Why is that?
Because his character last week is the same as this week. And it was the same before. And it was the same before. And people are going, oh shit. He's one of the few people that are going week to week with the same character. And it's working. And Prince Nana's doing the same shit also. They're not veering from we can get behind this. This book actually has pages. It's not a paragraph. We can follow this fucking thing. Now
there's
we
evolution to it.
Yeah, we got something to follow here. Let's cheer for that, because this wheel on the train is turning. Tony Storm's wheel on the train is turning. No one else's wheel is turning. No one else. People are cheering for Will Ospreay because he right now is the best wrestler, period.
And now that he's here, now we have time to see those wheels turn.
Yeah.
Because now there's no obligations anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go to Japan. He doesn't have to go to the UK. He can now be all in AEW. And again, this story, it's so from what I'm getting, because again, I saw a little bit of last night. they're fighting to be the guy for the Don Callis organization or family, whatever it's called. And I could see Osprey not keeping up with that. I see Osprey winning, and then fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, you two are with me. Let's go.
He was only
And taking
with
the
them-
United Empire guys. Like
He
he's
was
not
only-
gonna fucking stay.
Yeah, he was only with Cyrus the Virus because he had other obligations.
Yeah. It wasn't even that's gonna be the story. It's like, no, I wasn't with you because I wanted to be with you. I just need to get to Kenny and Jericho. I'm done. The United Empire is what rules AEW now.
I'm here on my own.
Yeah.
And I want that AEW championship.
Yeah.
Now, this is another issue.
Okay.
Samoa Joe's going to be a transitional champion?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And then Swerve's going to be a transitional
No.
champion? Because
I don't see Swerve losing that for a minute.
the
I don't see.
only way Swerve does not lose that title that fast is if Will Ospreay decides that I'm not going after that world championship.
I don't think they can have Osprey just get a title shot off the jump. No.
I mean, this nigga's record, like, if there's anyone that deserves a fucking title shot, it's him. He beat Jericho. He beat fucking Kenny Omega. He beat Brian Garcia. He beat William Regal.
Let him have a few more. let him face Bryan Danielson,
bro.
Then let him face Hangman.
In this,
then he can face Strickland.
You don't need to wrestle anybody. You just get the match. If last time I checked, Roderick Strong was in a fucking body cast. Yelling, Adam! And now he's getting a title shot. I don't think he wrestled in the past 3 years.
No, he had a good match with Brian Keefe a few weeks ago. Which also, I think Brian Keefe's going to be added. I think he's going to be added to that scramble on Sunday.
There's two more members.
Yeah. I think Brian Keefe's going to be in there.
So we got one of the Beatles, Brian Cage, the Murder Hawk, Ward High, fucking Powerhouse Hobbs, and Chris Jericho, and 2 extra people.
And I think one of those is going to be Bounty Keefe or Brian Keefe.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now I remember Brian Keefe.
Yeah, we saw him at a Battle Club.
Yeah, but
good guy.
We got a surprise for you. It's not a fucking surprise anymore.
Well, no, they did 2 qualifiers. They announced 2 qualifiers are happening
in the kickoff on the buy-in, Rampage.
Yeah,
Collision.
I think one is happening on Rampage, one is happening at Collision.
Yeah, the 2 house shows. No one's gonna watch it anyway.
But then that's how we get the final, the who's going in there. But yeah, again, this card, it's there's great competitors in there. It's just the idea of not stuff that's gelling. Like the tag match should be great. The fucking FTR versus BCC should be great. That should be a good match. Like it's 4 guys that fucking are good at what they fucking do. The problem is it looking like it's so random though is what hurts it.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
AEW's run like if it's fucking boxing or MMA.
In what way do you mean? Sorry.
In boxing and MMA, you can go, this is going to be a good fight. I want to see Oscar De La Hoya versus fucking Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, yeah.
Canelo Alvarez doesn't need to beat 25 people to get De La Hoya.
No.
In wrestling, because it's a weekly episode, there's a little thing called a story. There's a little thing.
Un poquito.
Yeah, yeah. So, when you tell me A, B, and C are happening, when Z comes out, my brain instantly goes, no. I live on the 5th floor. I don't understand it. Superman is not here. Give it back.
What happened to C? How you get from A to Z? We want to see the BC.
Because look at this. On paper, these matches are wonderful. In reality, when the fuck did this happen?
It's like that movie, The Ringer. When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah. Yo, that's like if, I swear to God, that's like if Fast 11 came out and all of a sudden they were in high school. And they're trying to lose their virginity. And no one drives a car.
Not to
They ask
mopeds.
somebody for a math test. Wouldn't you be on some, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Isn't Fast and the Furious. What the fuck?
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah. So when I'm sitting here going, yo, it's Sting's last match, why the fuck is he wrestling the Young Bucks?
Yeah.
Why'd you make this happen 2 weeks before his last match when we knew last year this was his last match?
That's the worst part. Again, they promoted it so much. They said this is gonna be something big because it's his last match. Then they bring Flair. It's like, okay, cool. We're gonna set something up. Nothing.
Yo, this is like, yo, I got that 12-inch for you. And then you go, it really ain't 12 inches. And the girl's like, oh, thank God, because this ain't my tits, this ain't my hair, this ain't my nails, this ain't my lips.
It's that fucking scene from I'm Gonna Get You.
Yeah. I want that 16-inch. I got that for you, baby. Well, I ain't really 16 inches. Ooh, good for me. These ain't my knees. Like, yeah, but yo, dude, this, and yo, I don't care what anybody thinks of these wrestlers personally. I'm not saying these wrestlers are bad. Just, I'm telling you what I see and what show would ask.
No, and that's something we need to put into account because the fact of the matter is there's going to be a lot more people like Show who, again, are going to be having these type of questions. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be like me that's like, see what... that it's like, I wanted... where do I... Yo, shooting star press.
She got a booty on her. No? Look at that. Look at the Shaolin booty. Right?
And it sucks because I want to be able to defend this. Because again, I have high hopes for a lot of this. The problem is when a card like this, again, what this show should have been.
And here's your problem. I'm listing problem after problem. I used to be a doctor. So I look at it and I can tell you the issues.
All right, let me know.
Here's the problem. And I'm going to refer back to what Ray said weeks ago. When you copy the WWE's format, you fail. Because the WWE does not scramble to make shit happen. They go into their bag of tricks. Why? Because happy accidents happen all the time in the WWE. You think Drew McIntyre was the first choice for Seth Rollins? Nah.
We know who it was supposed to be.
Because Drew McIntyre, they planted the seeds here. They showed The Rock a little bit. Oh, The Rock ain't working. Now we got Cody there. We knew it was going to be Cody and Seth and The Rock versus Roman. But they pulled back. They had all these things going and coming. You think this nigga right here in the red in 2007 called Jimmy and Jey Uso will be wrestling at WrestleMania 40. You think WWE didn't plant that shit 2 years ago? Come on. AEW, they on a concrete floor. There ain't no seeds to be planted. They scrambling. There was no foresight for Sting's fucking last match. Will Ospreay right now, they had no idea what they wanted to do with him. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page, they just threw them there with Samoa Joe because they weren't expecting Adam Cole to be hurt.
Yeah, especially so near to the final fucking... Here we go. We're going to do this. Don't jump up. Oh.
Let me tell you a little secret also.
Yeah.
Tony Storm is only wrestling Donna Perusa because they have to wait for Sasha to come. This is what I'm talking about. What you should have did was had another woman become bigger, talk shit. So when Tony Storm gets a chance to face Donna Peruso, we have a backup plan for Sasha or for Mercedes.
Yeah.
So now Mercedes could go after this person instead of for
Wait, who's the TBS champion?
James the goth chick with Sky Blue.
Julia Hart.
There you go, Julia
Yeah,
Hart.
there you go.
Yes.
That should have been built up for Mercedes.
But where's the thinking?
Yeah.
The tag team champions
'Cause
are
we're-
Sting and Darby Allin.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks are the number one contenders.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see happening right now is John Moxley and Claudio Castelloni fighting the Young Bucks. Because FTR fighting the Young Bucks again,
No gracias.
as good as the match that they are not the fucking Usos and New Day. I'm sorry.
The matches are okay, but it's like we've already seen this.
Yeah.
They burnt it out a little too much. Like we wanted it the first time, amazing. The rematch, cool. The last one, not so much.
And this is why, if you kept your initial fucking thought process for these wrestlers, you could have did something way better.
But unfortunately, they did what I said they would do, and they would copy the format of what works. And unfortunately, it killed. It works
Bro.
when it's the company that made the format
Here's the thing.
doing the format.
They're cheating off of a genius that gave you the answer sheet that was wrong. The WWE format does not work.
No. Time out. No, they gave the right answer sheet. The problem is that is the right answer sheet for their test.
The
AEW's is a whole. You know what it is?
No.
Let's put it like this. Remember how they perfected the way for people not to cheat the SATs?
Yeah.
That they would give people different booklets?
Yeah.
But it's the same fucking test?
Yep.
That's what this is.
Yo.
It is fucking two ways of the craft. The problem is they tried to do, okay, this is what works. And it does. It works for the WWE. There's a reason why it's a multi-billion-dollar company and it's lasted for so many years. Their format works for them because the fans that watch that are used to that format for them. What made AEW, and we've said this because we've said why people lost interest in it, is because it was the alternative. It was different and it was a huge indie.
Yeah.
And that's what people loved because it had the hunger of an indie. It's why we love going to indie shows because there's a difference. There's a feeling of fucking, yo, every person that's on this card wants to fucking make a banger. Now it feels like, yo, where's that hunger? It just feels like they're trying to polish everything, but it just feels like we're going to, this is polished, throw that with this and this with that. And it's like, why? Why is this, why is this happening? Why are we doing that? Like,
do you know why the fucking WWE format doesn't work?
Why?
Because the WWE format is, until we get to this point, we're going to coast. What are we waiting for in the WWE? WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because everybody got this magical opinion that after WrestleMania, everything's going to change. And what does the WWE keep selling us? WrestleMania. WrestleMania. And what's going to happen after WrestleMania? We're going to start planning ahead to SummerSlam.
But they're already, that is their thing. That's the great thing about their format.
That's their format.
They have it that everything is set up.
Yeah. They get to go 4 months at a time and fill in the gaps and they get to test.
But that's the best thing.
don't have
They
that.
always do that. They set it up where it, even in between, because they have pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel random. It doesn't feel like, why the fuck are we doing this?
AEW don't have WrestleMania. AEW had Sting's retirement. And what they do? Nothing.
Because isn't this supposed to be the pay-per-view, no?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the one where it's like, now we set up the next year.
But
And it doesn't feel that way.
because it Revolution, the name alone does not make that shit feel important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it feel important. All In and All Out only feel important because that was the first one and we have history of it.
Yeah.
The names of these don't feel important. Full Gear. These are just names of shows. WrestleMania, the showcase of the Immortals.
Yep.
The Royal Rumble. SummerSlam. Survivor Series. These seem like events.
Yep.
Backlash does not seem like an event. The Elimination Chamber, until they fucking went overseas, does not seem like an event. The Money in the Bank doesn't seem like an event. But what did they do? They made it important because they know the people who hold the Money in the Bank can make history at any time. And are they giving out seeds for Damian Priest? No, because they know that surprise is the element that we're putting into this cooking right here.
Yep.
Like the whole format shit. You tasted my steak, right? If I told you how to cook it, are you gonna be making the same steak as me?
Probably not.
Because you need your own flavor to it.
Yep.
When you copy people, you can only be second best. And AEW, for a long time, in the first 2 years, was the best show to watch.
Because they had their own recipe to it. They
And
had
now-
their own style to it.
And now people forgetting that Sunday is a pay-per-view.
Legit, bro. Every person I've talked to about this, it's like, oh wait, yeah, that's happening Sunday, and it's like, yeah, it's happening Sunday. It's like,
How many people did I tell you? Like, yo, Monday, like, well, I ain't gonna be able to watch it because I got to do this and do that and do this.
bro, we forgot when it was. Remember, we said, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to Saturday because I gotta do this. I'm not gonna be able to Saturday because I got this. Yo, it's happening Sunday. Oh,
I can watch it.
I guess I can watch it. Bro, I said that shit because I was like, yo, I think I got plans Saturday. Unfortunately, now my plans moved, but I didn't think I was gonna be able to watch it, and it's Sunday.
Yeah.
So again, it's sad, it sucks, but again, I hope by Sunday night when we're watching, our texts are, this is better than we expected. I'm glad. That's what I'm hoping. Again, especially for that Sting match. If anything, the rest of the card, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good wrestling. We can expect that. I just want that Sting match to leave more than just a cool. I want it to be like, that's a way to fucking end that, you know?
Yeah.
But again, we shall see. That's more than likely how we're opening Monday. Is talking about fucking that reaction and just how that is.
As sad to say it, I think we're the ones putting the effort into this match. I think that we're putting too much onus on this. I think it's just good. I think, like I said, just Sting wants to do a regular match and call it a night.
Again, I hope we're not thinking more than they are, but again, we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. Because I have heard nothing about it. Like, I usually have a little more detail. I usually get a little more.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing, so I don't know. Again, we shall see.
Yeah.
But rest of the card, like I said, I hope they give Swerve the title. When it comes to that match, Sting, Darby get the win. The scramble, I guess Wardlow? Because who else do you give it to in that? Like, Wardlow needs the win out of anybody in there.
He's not gonna do anything for anybody that wins this shit. So
Wardlow,
be
the
honest
tag
with you,
match.
Yeah, I think Wardlow needs to fucking leave again. Come back later.
Take a little break a little bit.
Yeah, come back later.
The BCC match, I'll give it to
Your appointment is
BCC.
until 4.
Bro, I can't wait to
This
talk
matchup.
about that shit
Yeah.
tomorrow. Cause
Yeah.
fuck. The BCC, give it to BCC. Let Mox and fucking Claudio get a tag title shot. That would be fucking fire. Even though I still want now that he's wrestling more, please, he works there. Just give us the Kings of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Give us the Kings of Wrestling. Please.
I wanna ask you this question.
What's up?
And I'm gonna say this at the bottom of my heart
Okay.
as a viewer.
Okay.
Who the fuck told FTR they were the best tag team in this company?
Wait, in this company or in wrestling?
In wrestling.
Okay.
Because
You know what I think it was? Because for a while they were they made it edgy to say you don't have to do fucking video game matches. The problem is they did that when they were in NXT. And people weren't highlighting. They're more than one technical tag team.
yeah.
Because the thing is, if you knew, the American Wolves were a thing. Fucking, you go now a few years later, there's fucking the Workhorsemen is a thing. There's so many great technical wrestling. Violence is Forever is the thing. There's so many teams now. The Motor City Machine Guns weren't a fucking high-speed team. They were a technical tag team. They could fucking fly if they need to, but they were a great fucking technical tag team.
Yeah.
But that's what made DIY special was for NXT, for that brand. They were the like technical team. They were a well-oiled machine. It worked. And when they came to this, it was like, okay, cool. They were the yin to the Young Bucks gang. And it was like, oh, it's the battle of who's the better team of everything. Because everyone for their generation was the Young Bucks was the tag team. Because for a while they were. Realistically, they were the most over tag team. They made tag team wrestling look like it's alive again. Because it was gone for a while. Realistically, tag team wrestling wasn't as prominent as it used to be.
Yeah.
And with them, that was the match everyone wanted to see. And after FTR gets a win, it's like, oh, okay, so FTR has to be the tag team now. And again, they're a great tag team. Are they the best tag team out there right now? I don't think so.
Because they got this attitude or this stigma or this aura to them that they're the guys in AEW.
Because in AEW, I think they might be.
I get that, but to do devil's advocate, you don't see much of that in WWE.
What?
Like on screen, yes, the Usos and the New Day, like yo, we're the tag team, but when they wrestle, it seems like anybody can win it. But you don't see the whole nigga. We the best tag team in the world. Leave me the fuck alone. Like if y'all got any issues, you come talk to me.
Yeah, you know,
like on some dickhead shit. Like if y'all want any questions answered, you come talk to me.
You know why?
I'm your pusher.
Because it's still the factor of, and this is something a lot of people are told in the indies too. If you're saying your opponents aren't shit, if you win, of course you won. Your opponents ain't shit. If you lose, what the fuck happened? I thought they weren't shit. Yeah. You're never supposed to demean your opponent. You're never supposed to make it feel like there is nothing topping this. Because again, if you lose now, what happened?
Yeah.
You said your opponents ain't shit. Like you want to make it, you can talk shit. You can talk smack. That's always supposed to be a thing. But never make it seem like, yo, you're facing someone that ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like you look at great promos. You look at how Eddie does it. You look at how fucking Mox does it. You look at how these guys do it, that it's like they make it so it's going to be a fight. It should never sound like, oh, I'm guaranteed to win.
It's a Tuesday.
Like, it shouldn't just be like, oh, it's a cakewalk. Like, that's it. Yeah. Like, no. It should sound like we're about to go into a fight. May the best motherfucker win. That's how it should come off. Because if you're burying your opponent, then again, if you lose, yo, so you really fucking suck. Because you said this guy ain't shit.
Yeah.
But if you win, oh, of course you won. Because you said this guy ain't shit. So it doesn't do anything for you. Because he ain't shit. So why the fuck would you lose? So it's like you want to make it so again that level playing field. So it's like when you win, it matters, or if you lose, well, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah. That's
So-
what I'm saying, like I get this feeling like
Yeah.
all of a sudden FTR went from this tag team in NXT that was having good matches
Yep.
to now they're God's gift.
No. And I
And
guess
I'm
this
feeling
is
like,
their
yo,
way of like trying to be. This is
CM
their
Punk.
heel tactics and doing that style, but it's
Yeah.
like
I'm like, yo, I mean,
it's in a situation like this. It's weird because it's heels versus heels. So it's
Yeah.
like who's gonna be the bigger dick in a match like this? So
to me, there's no room in wrestling for this.
No.
Like I get you want to be a heel and you get the whatever, but look at the card. It's 7 heels and Hook, and then Eddie Kingston is a heelish baby
yeah, Eddie's
And-
going in there
and-
as baby.
and a heel. Will Ospreay and Takeshita heel versus heel. Christian versus Daniel Garcia heel versus heel. FTR versus Jama heel versus heel. Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong.
Orange is the baby.
Rookie versus the fucking Colossus.
Yeah.
Tony Storm versus Donna Peruzzo. Heel versus Fillin. Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and Swerve. Heel versus heel versus heel. And one of them just so happens to be black. Sting versus the fucking Young Bucks.
And Darby.
Sting versus the Young Bucks
Jesus. How are we just forgetting about Darby Allin?
is just two assholes that forced their way into Sting's last match. And the guy that I hope to fucking God doesn't get thrown away after this match with Darby Allin. Because Darby Allin is my guy when we start, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one that should be fighting for a fucking AEW championship.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, he's also the last pillar that needs something.
yeah. He
Like outside of the pillars, Sammy's been okay. Sammy has something. Jungle Boy is gonna do okay in New Japan. He'll be fine. Daniel Garcia again. Now he's finally getting this. Hopefully, we get something out of Daniel Garcia.
yeah.
Darby needs this. Darby needs this moment of like, here we go. This is where we set up a Darby Allin to be possibly that next Jeff Hardy in a good way.
Yeah.
Also, just so people, Deonna Purrazzo.
What am I calling?
You called her Donna
Yeah.
Donna something.
Yeah, yeah.
Deonna
Well,
Purrazzo. But
You know what the fuck I'm saying.
but again, that match should be great.
Yeah,
The
you
problem is I hate that it's you bring in the name takes an L. We set up for the next person.
She didn't do nothing. They brought her in, 3 weeks ago?
I don't remember.
4 weeks ago? Let's just say 3-4 weeks ago. She hasn't had one match.
No, I think she did. I think she wrestled on a Dynamite.
Once.
I would hope.
Bro. This is another, like, none of these women are wrestling. Why am I watching? She should have came in. Because, yo, I don't care what anybody says.
No.
People who watch on TV don't know TNA and other shows that they can't access regularly. Show yourself. Don't wait until the pay-per-view to show who you are. Do it here. Do it against these top contenders to show that you deserve this fucking match and that you're someone to be reckoned with.
Make it so again it doesn't feel just predictable of this.
Yeah. Because what's her name? The TNA champion, women's champion.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace, in the Rumble, she proved that she can hang with these women.
Yep. She killed it. She
Yeah.
legit. It was a great fucking spot.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but just based off of her walking out and doing this, I'm not impressed.
No.
I need a little bit more than looking in Tony Storm's eyes,
No.
because that's all you've done so far.
Not again. Deanna Purrazzo.
I-
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
also this is where people were mad at fucking Ice Cube's son, because he said it best though. A good way for people that might not have known. Show us a little bit of what Deanna Purrazzo has done in the past, so
Yeah.
people know she is a legitimate threat. The problem is, again, we know the method. They did it to Ruby Soho. They did it to fucking Soraya. That's like comes in, takes an L, possibly later we get something. And the same is possibly going to happen with Deanna. The worst part is we know who's coming next. So it's like, do we expect much with Deanna Purrazzo right now, or is this almost, unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time? Because it's like,
It's wrong place, wrong
we know
time.
who's coming next.
Yeah.
So it's
Wrong
like,
place, wrong time, because for all you fans out there, this is not only Sting's last match, but this is Marilyn Monroe, Tony Storm's last match also.
you think so?
Because she is getting buried when Mercedes comes.
I
The only
hope
way
not.
it works.
I hope not.
It's the only way it works.
I hope not. Because that sucks. Because it's like, that's, again, that is now putting all your chips into the name. And then we saw how it happened once.
Yeah, I mean, besides her getting injured, she proved that she's the money.
No, she is. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
if you do this again, look what happened to the last person they put all their chips in.
She's getting buried.
He's now part of the Raw roster.
Yeah.
So
But
both of them are on the Raw roster.
That's the thing. She's getting buried. You think this guy really has foresight for something past the shiny shit?
I hope so. Again, this is
because even after Tony, after she gets buried, they got nothing for Mercedes after this.
well, she's gonna have a title run.
No,
They'll
she's gonna have
probably,
but there's no one gonna be a contender for her. It's gonna be a bunch of just throw someone at her.
well, then you have the Jamie Hayter, you have the Soraya, because they're gonna run that. You know they're gonna run that match.
Yeah, but there's not gonna be no premise behind it.
Yeah, the fucking injury.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be thrown together.
No,
They're not gonna plant the seeds of having her look at it before.
I know.
And then you know what's gonna
And
happen.
that's what sucks, because again, that is the instant
yeah. You know
we have something.
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna do those little matches. All that, everything will be cute and fine, and all that, and then All Out's gonna happen, and DMD's gonna pop up. Oh, we're finally gonna get the match of our dreams, and it's a week before All Out.
No.
And we don't get to see the development of it. Or we do, and it's just a bunch of looking at each other. And what the fuck are they doing? I'm telling you, it might have been a multi-year deal, but this shit ain't going longer than 2 years.
I guess it's a wait and see.
Yeah.
It has to be a wait and see.
I'm telling you now, I feel like this is going to be a year with her. And we're going to see it back in the E. Because as we can tell with big talent that's already had the taste of the E in them, they don't hold them.
I hope that's not the case again, because that's what I'm saying. The putting all your chips and then
You don't have many chips.
they're still going all in. Pun intended, because of
This card is all in. And there's about 5 chips on the table.
So again, pay-per-view this Sunday. When it comes to AEW, WWE, we're still getting on that toll of what will happen at Mania. At this point, there's so many directions that can go in when it comes to the rest of the card. The only thing confirmed right now that we know without any question, Cody Roman, Seth Drew, Io and Bailey, Becky and Rhea.
And carbs subject to change because we never know if there's gonna be The Rock in there with something or.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even that, it's like, because there's so many other directions this can go.
Yeah.
But again, as we get closer, we'll definitely be giving you our thoughts. Finally, I want to say sometime in March, we'll probably do a breakdown of what we expect the card to be, and then the go home show, we'll give you guys our full breakdown of what we think. But yeah, as far as that goes, again, high hopes for Sunday, but we possibly are just thinking more than they are at this point. But we shall see. By next Thursday, we'll give you'll hear our thoughts and all that good stuff. And by then, Gigi will be in the building with us. So, yeah. Well wishes to Gigi.
Word.
So, we apologize again for the little bit of the technical issue. Like we said, this is still us learning this new program. It's been working well. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the new look of everything and how it's improving. And little by little, we're trying to make this work. As far as the rest of the shows, again, keep tuning in. Mondays with Raw Watch Along, Tuesdays with comics, Wednesdays with sports, Thursdays, as we are today, Wrestling with Knuckleheads, and then depending on the week, Friday, Saturday with the Toe in the Show with Ray. If I'm not mistaken, tomorrow we're back. We're doing it tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be back with the Toe in the Show with Ray. A lot to talk about. You'll hear why the fuck I'm pissed about an appointment. And then we'll talk about some motivational shit, because I have a video that I hope I sent it to you, or I hope I saved it. I don't remember if I sent it to you or not. If not, fuck it. We'll find something else to talk about. But we'll always find something, because Toe will finally be back after. Well, that's something else we have to talk about, the debacle of the Ray and the show.
Yeah.
And yeah. Any last remarks when it comes to the wrestling world, Toe?
Listen, when I speak for what I see and not what I feel, because what I feel in my heart is different from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So that's where my opinions come from. My opinions are based off of the facts and what they do. That's why Ray couldn't really defend most of the shit I said, because I'm not sitting here biased.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to both sides.
And that's the hard part, because it's like I want to be like, no, but that is right. Fuck,
you're a
but
liar.
It's like there's nothing I can defend, unfortunately. And as much as it sucks, because we try to defend it, but at the end of the day, they also have to put in that effort to make it defendable. And if it isn't, then we call it as we see it. And this is why we give you guys again, we're looking at everything. We're not just like, oh, fuck this, because fuck this, or that, or that. Like, no, it's coming from, again, viewing everything, seeing everything, being unbiased with it. And
wanting shit to be better.
Yeah, that's the end of the day. It's trying to make sure so everything is done better, and just so we can all enjoy. That's the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Word. Because, like I said, I've been watching this shit all my life, so I need this to be better, because
Facts.
I got nothing else. I got nothing else to watch. Dragon Ball Super's almost done.
Damn, already?
Shit.
Well, then.
Yeah, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace.